Happy finale! We made it!
We did.
Thanks to your support. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, it's the last episode. Stay tuned to the very end for a special message. Bing.
Or skip to the end and be an asshole.
No, don't skip to the end. Watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing. Watch the 30-hour episode. But at the end, there's a special little treat. So.
Bet some fucking guy on the subreddit's already posted it.
We just posted it. How's he already posted it on the subreddit? He's just skipping
right to the end right now. If you do that, we'll know.
We'll know.
I'll check the subreddit. I'll call you.
If anyone posts it before 3 hours from now, we'll know you didn't actually watch the episode.
Is this the 3-hour episode?
I don't remember.
I think this was like 2.
It's 2 or 3.
We're guessing at this point.
Enjoy
the episode.
2 players. In the Grumpcade.
Okie dokie. Start 225.
We started. Hello.
Okay. Oh.
Hello. Welcome back to Pokemon Art Academy, the finale.
What?
Yes.
Is that what that word means?
Finale.
Final.
It's the last one. Holy fuck.
Jeez, what a ride.
What a ride.
What a journey.
What a journey. This is.
And it's not over yet.
What?
The journey?
Oh yeah, because this is the last episode.
Yeah, there's however X many minutes left before it's over.
We don't know.
Before it's over.
We can't tell.
It's over.
I've been on a trip and stuff, so I'm like kind of I feel a little rusty drawing, so
like every
No, the last session I felt great because I've been doing the drawing streams. Okay. I did one recently, but it was
almost every episode has started with Ross complaining about himself being rusty because it's been a year since we last recorded a single episode of this. Yeah. How long has it been since we recorded the last, was it 2?
I'm gonna say
like a month?
A month? Yeah.
What day is today? It's May something.
It's the 20th.
Yeah, May 20th.
May 20th.
520 Blaze.
We don't even know if Overwatch is a thing.
Oh yeah, Overwatch comes out on Monday.
Welcome to time travel.
Remember we were talking about Star Wars not being out? Now we're talking about Overwatch not being out.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna be like, Overwatch.
I mean, people seem to be into the beta. What are you drawing today, Ross?
Today we're gonna be drawing Charizard X.
Mega Charizard X. Why don't they just call him Charizard X?
Welcome to the Mega Charizard bonus lesson. In the bonus lesson, we use advanced techniques that Ross tries not to turn into papyrus.
Yeah, do you want to do this one?
Even before Mega Evolution.
No, you're not. No.
Even before Mega Evolution, Charizard can find heights of around 32,000 feet. The same height as aircraft carriers. That's not what the airlines.
It takes dookies on their windows.
Yes, that blue water is actually blue Charizard pee. If it gets into trouble in a fight, its flames burns more intensely to give it an advantage.
That's how it takes down airplanes.
Look, here he has a mustache. Made out of fire. Charizard can Mega Evolve into Mega Charizard X if it holds a special skill called
Charizardite.
Charizardite.
They have to mine for that deep in the Earth's crust.
Does it look like a little baby Charizard? A little gemstone?
I would hope so.
It can Mega Evolve into either Mega Charizard X or Mega Charizard. Why not?
Oh man, what? That's like chromosomes or something.
Yeah, Mega Charizard X is a fire and dragon type Pokemon instead of fire and flying. That's right, he's not a dragon. He's a flying.
Yeah, that never made sense to me.
That doesn't make any sense.
A lot of other people.
What's Dragonite?
So fucking clearly. What? He's a dragon.
Is he dragon type?
Dragon. Is it Dragon Ice? No.
Dragonite.
Yeah.
He's like if you like inflated a Charizard.
Yeah, I know. He looks like a dumpy cartoon character.
He looks like Barney.
Yeah. There's Dragon Ice, right? Or is that Dragonite?
Dragon Ice?
They evolved from...
That's a contradiction of terms, my friend.
I'm really confused. My god, I've been out of the...
Tap A, I'll look it up while you're drawing. We're going to use some of the techniques from the previous Charizard lesson for this. Remember that bullshit? Well, on forever.
No, I don't want to use previous techniques. I just want to draw it.
Shapes.
Stop, you're not my dad.
Well, you gotta tap on the sparkles.
Just tap on the sparkles so you'll go away.
Just go ahead and tap on the sparkles. Listen to me,
I know how to
Professor.
draw a fucking circle, jackass.
Draw a basketball for the head.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
Welcome to the Jamazard.
Next lesson.
We're drawing Mega Jamazard X. You look like Charles Barkley. Charmander Barkley.
Mega Jamazard?
Yeah, Mega Jamazard.
Mega Jamazard X.
Charmander Barkley. Try to get all the shapes right so we have to do a good basis for the outline. Or just skip over this bullshit.
Just ignore me, you fucking prick.
What, you think I'm a professor or something? Don't forget to include the fangs in its mouth.
Oh.
It's important. It's right over there.
God damn it.
I want to breathe into your ear while you try to draw. I'm a professor.
You're not gonna make me do anything.
Professor.
Show me the lines.
In the previous lesson, we left out the outline and moved straight, so... yeah. Maybe for more graphical style. You like graphical styles, Ross, so that should work out.
I'm that student that sits in the back of class and ignores the teacher, and then when he's like, why haven't you been drawing anything? And I'm like, I only draw anime. And he's like, whoa, shit!
Nandayo, yamero.
Nandeo!
Yamero.
And then you draw Naruto when it's a life drawing.
Dude, I've been watching Full Metal Alchemist recently.
Really?
This is a good show.
Oh, look, my nose is...
Sniffing already.
Why is it when am I allergic to fucking a 3DS?
I don't know. But yeah, I tweeted about FMA and everyone and everyone was like, Brotherhood's better, the original's garbage. I haven't watched Brotherhood yet, as of the recording of this episode, May 20th, the year of our Lord, 2016. But I'm gonna watch Brotherhood soon. But I just finished FMA and the movie.
Better watch Brotherhood.
Well, it was really good. The ending, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
I've only seen the original.
I really enjoyed the original. I wasn't very satisfied by the ending, which may be why people are like, Brotherhood's better, because maybe it ends better. Apparently they diverge. Wow, this is the fastest episode ever.
And we're done. That was been great having you guys.
All right, next time on Grumpcade.
Kevin, bring down the thing.
You have to give him the fire stash. You kind of give him a little bit.
I was joking.
Just undo it, it'll be faster.
No,
okay.
I want to do it the hard way, because I'd fucking
doing things the hard way since V. But yeah, there's a lot of fun anime tropes in FMA.
Refresh my memory. Which one did I normally do? I did pencil for the my guideline shit, right? Because
I don't know. Just the blue stuff is on a separate layer. So if you want that to be your final outline, do it with the blue pen, and then when you color and stuff, it'll be underneath that.
I know, but I can draw my guidelines with the pencil.
You can, but you're gonna have to trace over them.
Yeah, that's what the guidelines are for, Dungus.
Yeah, but the last time you drew Charizard, it took like 3 hours because you traced the entire thing over again.
It's Charizard. Do you know how much that Pokemon card is worth?
Like $10?
No, it's like
$4?
It's like upward of like 50.
But I'm saying if you draw the entire thing with the pen, with the final outline that you want, and tweak it as you go, it's gonna save us all on precious years of our life.
Your years are precious, but you know what's more precious?
Because you're just gonna have to erase all of this. And if you do,
because it's guidelines, Barry.
If
Welcome
you do
to art,
you're drawing a penis.
No, I'm not drawing a penis.
It kind of looks like you're drawing a penis and balls.
I know it does, but it's not. Now I'm embarrassed. Now I'm gonna rub it out.
Is that what your dick looks like? Is it like
I'm gonna
really
rub it out.
like this big?
I'm gonna rub it out.
Don't rub out your penis.
I'm gonna rub out my penis because you embarrassed me in front of everyone.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You missed the spot.
Shut up.
There you go, you got it. You don't want to miss a spot of your penis when you're rubbing it out. I'm saying if you draw anything else on the red layer, you're gonna be fucked. And you're not gonna be able to erase your guidelines.
I'm gonna do the line art after I do this, and then I'm gonna rub it out.
Alright, I'm just making sure, because last time you didn't do that, and last time was a disaster.
I know what I'm doing.
Let me tell you.
I know what I'm doing, Barry.
Okay. You are the artiste. Okay, still looks like you're drawing a dick.
Oh my god, stop.
Still looks like... You know, Chris introduced me to my new favorite insult.
What is it?
Calling someone a tapered dick.
Explain.
Like, quit being such a tapered dick. Like, or like you are a tapered dick. As in your dick tapers to a point.
Like it's
just more interesting than like, oh, I bet you have a small dick, you jerk. It's just like, you have a tapered dick. It's very precise. And it's...
Oh, so it like comes to a fine point?
Yeah, like a lance.
Like a lance?
Yeah, like a medieval lance for jousting.
It's incredibly specific.
Well, that's what comes to... It still looks like you're drawing a penis! Why are you drawing blue balls, Ross? Why are you drawing blue balls?
It's just that he has a dick shape.
Blue balls is Zord? Is that what he goes with?
I'm having a hard time, alright? I really mean it that I feel a little out of practice right now.
It's okay. I'm just confused as to why you're drawing a lumpy penis pointing in the complete opposite direction as the reference.
Because I'm not using the reference, I'm drawing a Charizard as I see fit.
Now it looks like you're drawing like a cannon that's also a penis. And it's like on little wheels.
Barry, I thought we were past this. I thought we were...
What?
Our arc as friends, like, through this series, we were past making fun of each other's art. I thought we had this all figured out.
I'm sorry to say this, Ross, but that is not the case. This series has been nothing but 1 step forward, 5 steps back per episode.
This is very upsetting to me.
He kind of looks like Dino from Flintstones. That kind of like cartoony body.
I'm trying to see if I was.
Is he a double dick? Is he a double dick?
No, he's not a double dick. I'm just trying something out. No, it doesn't look good.
Not a fan of the double dick.
Okay, well.
Well, I'm sorry if you let me in on whatever crazy shit you were drawing. Maybe I wouldn't be calling it a penis when it's not a penis.
Drawing him. I'm not even doing a silly.
You're not doing a silly?
I'm not doing a silly.
Then why don't you draw the way he is up top?
Because I don't want to.
Touche. We are in school though. If they were like, draw an apple and you drew an orange,
I would draw Naruto. I would draw Naruto.
Would he have like an apple for a head?
No, he'd be like eating an apple while like running away from the cops.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Naruto does.
He runs from the police.
Yeah.
After the elaborate bank heist he pulled in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crazy apple bank heist Naruto.
It's my favorite arc, the bank heist arc.
It was a pretty elaborate arc. Went on for about 30 episodes. Too many.
Mm-hmm.
IMHO.
It was in between Shippuden and filler.
What happened in Shippuden again? Remind me. Was that the
Hippuden?
Was that when he was pooting in the shipyard?
Yes, sure.
Shippuden?
If everyone who's watched Naruto can tell you that.
Please confirm. Is Naruto anything more than the main character pooping in elaborate places? Because that's my understanding of the show.
It's pretty close. I mean, you're not totally wrong.
It's pooping in bank heists.
Right,
I mean, other than the bank heist situation, that arc, it's been mostly poop-related misadventures. Him and his crew. His gang, right?
His gang of
pirates. And he has that straw hat, right? Isn't that the deal?
Yes. And he collects the seven
the 7 Chaos Dragon Balls.
That's the ones.
Yeah. Dragon Emeralds. There we go. Why are you putting spikes on the top of that penis?
That's what he has.
Is that what you have?
No, it's a fucking Charizard X, you dungus.
What's Charizard Y?
What?
What's Charizard Y?
Why not?
It's
a little joke we tell here.
Oh.
It's a little joke we tell here.
It's an inside joke. You're not gonna understand it. I'm sorry.
Unless you work here, you won't understand.
It's true.
I'll have to explain the joke to you.
What's Charizard Y look like, Ross?
He's just Charizard, but like he's got more spikes and things.
So only Charizard X is blue. Why is that? Why is Charizard X blue?
And you mean blue and black?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. What? I don't know. Why is that? You're supposed to be the Pokemon guy.
Oh, you're asking me, like legit. You want to know?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I didn't. I forgot how big the body was. I fucked up.
No, leave it.
I fucked up. I feel bad.
I like it. I'm
having one of those days, Barry. I'm having one of those days.
I'm not joking.
Where I don't want to get up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You really don't know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. Okay, that's just where I am today.
Are you quoting something?
Yeah. You fucking. You don't know that song?
Should I?
Yeah, if you were a cool kid.
Well, I'm clearly not a cool kid. I don't know where you got that impression.
By hanging out with you.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. Take that compliment. Own it. It's yours. Keep it.
I'm gonna put that in the compliment bank for when times are hard. And I'll think of this moment.
God, what is wrong with me today?
No, it's fine. You should give him a big old mustache. Instead of his flame breath thing that's going on either side, just give him a nice mustache. Everything else will be the same. Just give him a big old Luigi mustache.
Can you just not?
That would just make me really happy.
You just not?
If he had like a Wario stash and was otherwise a dragon.
You just trying
and his name was Charwariozard.
Okay.
Mega
X. I'm
X.
ignoring you.
Mega W. That's Mega Charizard W. Is just regular Charizard with a Wario stash. That's you see, everyone thinks that Sun and Moon are coming out. It's actually gonna be Pokemon W, where all the Pokemon have Wario versions.
W?
Yeah, instead of Pokemon X and Y, we got Pokemon W, where every single Pokemon has a Wario Mega Evolution.
Where they're
got
when they're evolving, they go wah.
Yeah, every Pokemon's cry becomes wah, because it's like a low bitrate version of Wario. And you got your Wario Chew and your Magnario. There's other Pokemon than that.
Yeah, no, that's about it. I think that was about it.
I think that's about it. There's like 2 Pokemon. In all of Pokemon.
In all of Pokemon, there's about 2. There's about 2.
There's about 2.
3.
2 or 3, yeah.
2 or 3.
Maybe just 1.
Can't confirm.
No. You can't believe what you read on the internet, kids, so.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that marker?
I got fucking clicked on the wrong one. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yeah, actually.
Well, I did, and I'm sorry. At one time I did
okay.
that.
You don't have to apologize. Just don't do it again. Learn from your mistakes, Ross. That's the only way we can grow as artists.
Mistakes are beautiful. I want
That's
you to
true.
learn. Did you know that?
I think I said that.
No, I said that.
No, I said that.
I said that.
Mistakes are beautiful. There, I said it.
That's what I
So
said.
now the quote can be attributed to me and not to you.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Tell
Barry
me,
Kramer,
why are mistakes
2016.
beautiful, Barry? Tell me.
Because every mistake is a new possibility. I think that actually is something I said in an earlier episode. So you can quote me on that shit.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well,
embrace your mistakes.
I think
it worked for Michelangelo, so it might as well work for you. That's all I'm saying.
Digging this at all.
When he carved the David statue, it was a flawed piece of marble, and he worked it into the design. And we know how that worked out for him. Some hundreds of years later,
You got
it's
this
still
guy
standing.
named David, and he just slept on his couch, and he wouldn't leave.
Oh god, David, what a freeloader! Hey, all you David freeloaders out there, get a job, Davids.
Yeah, Davids, we've had enough of you. Just stealing
Get off
our
the
jobs.
couch.
Not stealing our jobs, David.
It's not like you can't relax and be unemployed, but at least make some effort, man. Come on. God, Davids. You give him little stump arms?
No, I'm just trying to fix what I fucked up.
Didn't fuck up
And
anything, man.
I fucked up
Art
a
is
lot.
a journey. And
God, I'm so sorry. I don't know why my nose. It's just fucking angled.
can you
dude.
angle your mic so it's a little bit closer to your mouth so it's not pointing at your forehead?
Well, okay, all right.
I'm just saying, it's probably gonna
Sometime-
sound.
This is the one show. This is the one series where I can't.
Finish your thought.
My head is never in the right spot, both for congestion and for.
Okay, I was like, can you please provide context to that statement?
Oh, not in that like. I'm thinking of something else. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yes. No sexual innuendo.
No.
Sexual innuendo.
No.
Nope. No one for that. Rare. You gotta give him fangs. You gotta give him fangs, Ross. Gotta give him fangs. He just has one tooth. He's got one sharp tooth.
I'm gonna rad this one up.
What are you gonna do to it?
Why don't I just bring tissues in here? We never have any tissues.
Do you want me to grab you tissues?
No, it's okay.
I'd actually be disturbed if there were tissues in the grump room. That's like a masturbation joke.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I could use a timestamp.
To blow your nose?
Yeah.
That would not be pleasant.
Well, it would solve the problem.
If you want to use a timestamp to blow your
Give me a
nose, be
timestamp.
my
Give me a
guest.
timestamp right now.
Alright, hold on. I got it.
Explain to them what timestamps are while I blow
They know
my
what
nose.
timestamps are.
Well, you write down the times that we're filming on. Okay, here I go.
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, into a piece of paper. Oh, it's
look
so
at that
unsatisfying. Why'd you? Oh.
It didn't stay on the tissue.
No, because it's not a tissue.
This didn't work at all. This was a bad idea.
I could have told you that, and I think
We
I
should
did.
auction this off now.
Yeah, Ross's snoz.
Oh, fuck.
What do you guys call snot in Australia?
Oh, booger.
Is it like snoz? Like
Noseberries.
noseberries.
Was it like yeah, the
Dingleberries.
digging for gold or whatever?
Oh, as if you're picking your
This
nose.
really did not work. I'm just gonna put that there and hope no one ever finds that. I'm trying to leave it there for Dan.
No.
I just like leave it on Dan's like Dan doesn't have a desk, but you know what I mean. Like leave it there with a note saying for Dan, and it's like
Dan.
opens it up. It's like that's my boogers.
they're there, and they're all circled.
All whole thing, my boogers, love for
Yeah.
us. And he'd get so mad. He'd be like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and then I'd be like, "Whoa, Dan, whoa, listen up,
Whoa, Dan.
whoa, Dan."
Whoa, Dave. This game called Whoa, Dave.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing that these timestamps haven't really evolved in the last fucking, 3 or 4 years of grumping.
Well,
Like,
they did recently.
I mean,
Because we had Brian, so we added Brian to the
well,
timestamp.
yeah, I'm saying like we've added heads to the top. So the timestamps, I did a editing video on Grump Out forever ago,
Sucks.
where I go into more detail about it. But we write down like the game we played, the date we recorded it on, the times we do syncs for Kevin.
Like audio visual syncs.
Yeah, and so it just facilitates the sort
Not
of
kitchen
production
syncs,
of
different.
the episodes when we're doing long sessions and stuff. But at the top we have everyone's head, so like, for example, this one is me and Ross circled on it.
Yeah,
so-
except someone thought it was a great idea to put Barry and Brian right next to each other, the two white guys with facial hair and brown hair. So every time I'm going to go circle it passively, like without thinking, I will circle Brian instead of Barry.
I'll just take a photo of this timestamp. Where? Oh, you have my phone.
Oh, you want the booger one?
No, I don't want the booger one, actually.
What if everyone wants to see the
Stealing this
booger?
for a
I need
second.
that.
You'll get it back in a second. Yeah, I'm gonna.
This is the most stupid episode we've ever done.
Yeah, it's not. It's focusing on you for some reason.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to take a picture. Okay, let's.
Because it's got a face recognition algorithm.
Okay, there you go. Okay, Kevin, put that up.
Text it to Kevin right
yeah,
now.
I'm gonna text it to him.
And
For the fiddle.
for the.
Just tell him that for the
Oh,
fiddle.
I gave you back the timestamp
Instead of the phone, which is what you actually needed.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that. Thanks. I'll draw. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have the fucking
the
timestamp.
piece of paper that I just took a photo of. Hold on, I gotta text my good buddy Kevin.
Why don't you just tell him? He's right
I'm
here.
gonna text to him right now.
He's right here. He's listening right now.
Kevin, I'm gonna text you this photo.
Okay.
In the past.
You're gonna get it in the future. It's a time machine.
No, he's gonna get the text in the past as well.
Oh, that's right. Shit. How does that work again?
We're recording audio and video.
That's
and then
right.
he's gonna look at it later.
Technology. So smart, Barry. So smart.
Yeah, I know.
Whenever you say so smart, it sounds so pandering. Like, or not
You're so
pandering, but so
smart.
like, what's the word?
Condescending.
Condescending. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me. There's your fucking reference back.
So smart.
I know I'm so smart. Thank you so much. So yeah. Anyway, that timestamp is just whatever, man.
The boogery one?
No, not the boogery one. The non-boogery one. Just like from the first timestamps we ever made. Well, originally it was just random scraps of paper.
Well, originally it was just, it had Aaron John's head on it, and that was it.
Well, exactly, because it was just like a fun little flourish. It didn't
And there was
serve
only
any
2
function.
people.
But the actual design of it with like the grid with like episode number, time, if
The
there's
grid.
any
Digital
skips.
frontier.
I want them to make another Tron, man.
They're never gonna make another Tron.
I know.
as
They're
long
making a
as you
Tron
live.
fucking roller coaster in Shanghai Disneyland.
They did. It's the thing.
So
It's there.
yeah,
You
so I
can
want
on
to
it.
go. I want to go back to Shanghai now.
Whoa, really? I thought you would never go back after
Well-
after the incident
After the horrible accident with the
with the tiger.
street food and the squat toilets.
Oh yeah, that's right. That did happen. You told
Happened
that,
many
you told that
times.
story on this series.
Probably somewhere in there. I got sick a number of times.
God, I'm not gonna
in,
remember
in
anything
China.
about this when it goes up.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, "Oh, you said this. That's wrong." I'll be like, I what?
I was a different person when we recorded that. I
Yeah,
don't
I
even
don't
know
even
who that guy is
I don't
anymore.
even think that the being I am shares like at least 50% of the same atoms
Right.
and skin cells. Like
I am scientifically a different person.
Do you know that's like, what is it? Your whole body's regenerative. Like, it's like
all your cells are regenerated every 7.
all your sales.
All your sales. every fire sale changes. No, every cell. I think it's every 7 years, every 14 years,
I think
something
7
like
years is right. Yeah.
that. So you can say that like every decade you're a different person.
Yeah. So it's like when you do something 7
That
years.
doesn't sound right. Because when you're a kid, you're definitely growing a lot faster than you are as an adult.
Well, yeah, but you're that's hormones, right? That are doing that.
Dude, I'm not a science.
I mean, if you understand that kind of stuff. Oh god, I almost vomited.
Please don't vomit on
Tell
my phone.
Us in the comments.
If you're gonna vomit, just direct it onto the mic, so we can get some good Foley audio of vomiting
probably
to use in a video. Yeah, I don't know, man. How's that Charmander coming?
He's coming all right.
What if you drew Mega Charmander X?
Make it sure.
So he was-
a good idea.
So he was black and blue. It's not too late, man.
It is.
Okay. He was like black and blue and fire and stuff, but he's like a cute little dinosaur. He's a cute little guy. I could find. There's a Charmander plushie over there. I could use that
Nah, it's all good.
for reference, man. You have a 3D reference. Do you find 3D references to be useful?
Yes, yeah. Actually, there's a really good program that that I have called something. Oh shit, I'll need to remember the name. But it's like a doll program where you have these like 3D like models that you can pose like human form, and you can change the build of them and all this other fancy stuff. And
Whoa.
it ends up being like really really useful.
Wait, I think were you using it?
Yes, in the
for early
office once.
Gameverse stuff.
Yeah, I was doing some concept art stuff, and I wanted to get some like more.
You had like
complicated
really
poses.
rough shapes of. There was like a really big muscle man and stuff. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I was just trying to see how they would deform and stuff. Yeah, that was that. If you
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that, then that was that program. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely remember that. That's cool. So you use that to figure out like how the anatomy.
I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I mean, if I'm in a hard spot and I'm like struggling, then yeah, I would use that.
You're like, I'm trying to get him in this epic pose, and it looks fucking weird no matter how I do it.
There's also Pose Maniacs, which is a Japanese life drawing tool.
Oh yeah. How's that work?
Pretty much the same, except it's randomly you have random poses, I think.
Oh, it's just to like improve your anatomy and.
Yeah, it's more of a life drawing tool than anything.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's you can tell what it is by how neat. Ah shit, I already fucked it up. You seen that, right?
What?
Nature walks or whatever it is. So that's pretty neat. Oh, that's a fir tree. You can tell it's a fir tree by the way that it is.
Okay.
It's a good one. You should watch that.
Every time I like
It's this guy going through nature.
use this program, I kind of, god damn it, I wish that I could flip the drawing to check it, because flipping
Flip it. How?
Well, when you flip drawings, it shows like mistakes you've made. And it always like helps.
You mean like horizontally flip the image?
Yeah,
How does that help you?
because it refreshes your perspective on what you're drawing.
Oh.
It's like one of the best ways to like check your drawing. As some people back in Renaissance times, they'd use just mirrors and they just put their drawing to a mirror.
Really?
Yeah.
You could do that right now.
It's true. I don't have a mirror though.
That shit. I could take a photo of it with my phone, except you're using my phone.
It's true. I am
So that's not gonna work either.
probably gonna like give this Charizard like an extra X.
You should give him little dicks for hands, and all the fingers are smaller dicks.
That's so weird. He has like shoulder claws.
It looks like he has beans growing out of him. Little beans.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. It's pretty fucking
It's gotta be
weird.
really uncomfortable to put on a shirt with spikes coming out your shoulders like that.
I'm pretty sure you couldn't wear a shirt, and also Charizards don't wear shirts, so...
You should give this Charizard a shirt.
Huh?
It says, like, I defeated the Elite Four and all I got was this t-shirt.
But we didn't delete the Eat 4.
We didn't delete the Eat Four.
We didn't delete the Eat 4.
The Eat Four. The Eat Four needs to be deleted. Ash, go quick through the region to delete the Eat Four.
delete the 24. You gotta delete it. You go delete it and eat it.
Dude, you know what I was thinking?
Yes, I bet. I would imagine you were thinking.
Do you know what I was thinking of?
No, because I don't read minds, dummy.
What if you did?
Well, then I wouldn't fucking be here, would I?
It's true, it'd probably be on, like, Ellen or something.
Yeah, I'd be on Ellen, and Ellen would be like, tell me, what... Ellen, tell me.
Wait, this is you talking to Ellen now?
This is me talking to Ellen. I'd be
Okay,
like,
okay.
Ellen would be with me, she's like, Russ, tell me, what am I thinking? And I'd be like, you're thinking about boobies. And she'd be like, you're right.
Crack the case.
Crack the case.
It'd be like, when they're testing for, whatever it is, telekinesis or whatever the fuck it is in Starship Troopers.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like flipping through the different symbols
ferrets.
and... Well, there's the ferrets thing, and then they were looking at cards and trying to, like, looking at the backs of cards, but, like, every card just has boobies on them. It's just like, boobies, boobies, tits, boobies.
So just the like,
My God.
intensely horny recruits are the ones that end up being telepathic.
Yeah,
God, I wish I could just grab that and move it.
their PS.
head.
Oh yeah, right. Their PSI abilities come into
PSI?
yeah, man.
Isn't that like another unit of measurement, PSI?
Pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's also like psycho something.
Psychos.
I mean, I don't know. Their super brain powers are strongest when their hormones are raging. So we get horny teenagers, and then they look at boobs, and then we save the planet somehow. Don't look at me. I just
Brain
work here.
bugs. Gotta stop them.
Gotta stop them. Look at that brain bug up on the wall. It's a drawing one. They're gross. Don't like them. That's why we gotta look at boobs. I mean, looking at boobs helps us look at other things, but then we mostly just look at boobs.
I hear you.
I got a gold star this week for looking at lots of boobs.
Did you really? Who gave you that?
Who gave me the gold star?
Yeah.
I did, because I run the program.
Oh.
But I'm also really proud of all the boobies I was looking at. Have you looked at any boobies lately?
Yeah, I have.
Cool. Can you give us Charizard boobies?
No, I'll get banned.
What? Really?
Yeah.
You're that good at drawing boobies?
I do
It's gonna be. The community will flag the.
I do all right with drawing my boobies. I
Yeah?
do all right.
That's good. Like if you were in prison, you'd be okay because you'd be the booby guy.
Oh, if I was in prison, I would be fucking.
You'd be the booby guy.
I would not be touched because he'd be the guy who draws everyone's porn.
Yeah.
I'd do it. I'd fucking do it. I'd be.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be that guy.
You become the cigarette kingpin in that society.
Yeah, just.
Same with the apocalypse, really. Someone would be like, I can fight, and someone would be like, I can hunt, and he'd be like, I draw
a
boobs.
thing, by the way. There was an interview with this guy who was an artist who ended up doing a I can't remember the name of the guy, but maybe someone in the comments will know. There's this guy who did some like a graphics design for Facebook when they first started up. And I think he did something like a mural or something. But in doing that mural, he basically was just like offered like, hey, we can't really afford to pay you much, but would you like stock in our company as a payment? And he was like, yeah, sure, why not? And then he became like crazy rich. But apparently, if I remember right, if the story went that guy was in prison for a bit for something. I don't remember what it is. I hope this is the same story. I'm not getting this confused.
It's way more exciting this way, so let's just take that as fact.
Being an artist, he said no one touched him in prison because he drew porn for all the inmates. And I was like,
it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
That's why every artist needs to do their due diligence and draw lots of porn.
Pornography.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You never know when it might come in handy. It might save your life.
I gotta say, there are those that have done it that I do know, and they have become amazing at drawing human anatomy. Have you seen Corey?
Oh yeah.
Kid?
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck! Like he is so good at drawing tits.
Oh yeah.
And everything.
But it's not just the tits. It's the anatomy.
It's anatomy. He's just got it down. I was watching him draw from memory. I'm like, how the fuck are you doing this? He's like, I don't know.
He's a savant. He's amazing.
Yeah, Corey's fucking
so
amazing.
Talented.
Have you seen the stuff he's been doing for the game he's working on?
A while back, I saw some stuff like last year. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Killing it with that.
It's just like throwaway animations for a game, and it's just like
he's just like, yeah, here's this attack animation I did. It's not done yet. It's just like
so good.
This 20 hit combo attack he's fucking designed, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
It feels super like punchy.
Yeah, he's
like it's not.
He gets it.
Because sometimes some games have overly flourishy animations, and then they lose all weight.
If you're not familiar, SpazKid in 3D is his YouTube, and I think that's also his Twitter. You should definitely check him out.
I
think mostly he posts pornography though, so if you're underage, don't
do that. But if you're of age, go for it, man.
It's super
good shit. He's super talented.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I like Corey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had him on a couple table flips.
Yeah, he's super funny.
We had him on for Pictionary, and that was still remains one of my favorite episodes.
God, he's really
him and
funny.
Stamper.
He doesn't even have to fucking try. Just everything Corey says is hilarious.
Oh, he's awesome.
I was doing a live stream with him and Zach. It was like a drawing request live stream, and I think
I saw the results of that stream.
Yeah, I posted sorry.
Please don't vomit. Please don't vomit.
There was this I had to do like a social post for Instagram to be like, I'm gonna be streaming soon, and I was doing it, and I was like, I'll be streaming soon, blah, 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 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Thursday, come on by. And then Corey's like, what, have we started? I'm like, no, Corey, it's a social post. And he's like, what? And I'm like, it's fine, Corey. And it's somewhere on my Instagram, it's really funny.
Nice.
And then Zach started going, hello, where am I? I'm on the computer. And then it's like, that's Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
That's awesome. What a swell bunch of lads.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in a while. I miss them dearly. Hope they're all well in their various adventures.
They died. All in a car crash at the same time.
Who was driving the car?
Mick.
That's a bummer, man. That's a big... To learn...
Oh my god, if this came out and that actually did happen...
Oh god! That would make me upset for many reasons.
I don't think I'd really want to...
Because then it would turn out that you actually have psychokinetic abilities, or...
And but only I can only predict the deaths of my, like, close friends.
Oh.
God, that would suck!
That would be a living hell.
That would be a living hell. It's like, Barry, you shouldn't go to work today. Why? Just don't go to work today.
I can't tell you.
I can't tell you, just trust me.
Only step with your right foot today.
Barry,
trust me.
If I ever tell you that, you have to listen to me, okay?
Except I'm gonna be like, you're just joking, and then I'll die. But then I'll be dead, so I wouldn't be able to be like, you were right, so you don't even get that satisfaction.
That would be your last words would be, you were...
It's like, all he said was...
I was what? I was raw. What was I raw?
He said, Ross, you best... We don't know what he was saying. Can't confirm.
I think his last words that he loved Ross dearly. Don't tell Ross.
Exactly. But no, I was still hung up on this idea from like 10 minutes ago or whatever of the booby artist.
Yeah.
But not in prison, in a post-apocalyptic society.
Oh my god, yeah, well, I imagine there'd be a lot of boobies to go around. Well, not in that way, but you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, like, there'd be like...
Like people in torn clothing and shit?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe for like the first day.
But I mean, like, let's be honest. I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way, but like, if there was an apocalyptic situation, like, I imagine the oldest profession would still be going strong.
Oh no, you're definitely not wrong.
I'm not saying that everyone would fucking resort to that. I'm just saying it would still be around.
Well, if everyone was a prostitute, who would hire the prostitutes?
Exactly.
That just becomes an Ouroboros economy.
Who's paying you? You paying me?
Right.
I'm paying you?
We're paying each other. It just becomes a barter system where the only currency is sex.
You have to have the best. You have to put in the most work. That's how you get paid.
You rise to the top. It just becomes like a communist society where everyone's fucking all the time. Anyway, no, just like you go to.
Hold on there.
Yeah, no, it'd be weird.
I'm really confused. Two different results on. No, that's right. That's right. Okay, that makes sense.
I haven't even looked at the screen in a while. That's coming along pretty well.
Thank you. I'm trying really hard.
You still got a doofy, thin neck though.
Yeah. Well, no, the neck's.
The neck works?
Yeah, the neck's fine. I just need to add. I've got some like horns I need to add. I'm just trying to figure out these fucking claws, and then I got to do the wings. It's one of those days
coming along, man.
Where you just don't want to wake up.
Can't wake up.
Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify living.
So I was just thinking it'd be fun if you were in like, you were playing Fallout, right?
Yes.
And you go to Megaton. That's the city, right? The town.
Megaton Punch.
Yeah, Megaton Punch. No, you go to some town and you're talking to the villagers. You're like, oh, I'm the blacksmith and I'm the historian, and like everyone has like a function in the society.
Yes.
And then you find this dude in a little shack, and he's like wearing rags, and you're like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm the booby guy."
He's just a guy with boobies?
No.
Radiation can do a lot of things.
I mean, that would be sweet, but no, he's the artist. He just draws boobies for the fine people of the post-apocalyptic world. And then he like runs you on quests and stuff, where he's like, "I need new pens to draw more boobies. Go to this abandoned paper mill and
I could see that happening.
Get me supplies," and then you give them back, and then like the morale of that town is lifted as a result. You know, there's wide-reaching effects, and then the end boss. Maybe there's a way you can defeat him without fighting him directly.
By giving a nice picture.
You just give him
of
nice
that one
porn.
Character from Naruto, but with naked.
Yes, Naruto, right?
Yeah, Naruto. No, not Naruto. No, like the Naruto where Naruto's a girl for a little bit.
Nagirldo?
No, the one where Naruto's got that ability, sexy no jutsu or whatever, turns into a girl.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, you know that? Sexy no jutsu?
I've never seen Naruto, man.
What the fuck is your problem?
I was too busy watching Fullmetal Alchemist.
I hate that. I hate that excuse. I was too busy watching blank. It's like, no, you weren't. You just didn't watch it. Shut up.
But why would I want to watch something that I don't care about?
You take that back. You take that back about Naruto right now.
Tell me in one sentence why I should watch Naruto.
Okay. There's a kid, right?
Yes.
This kid.
Yes.
They put like a demon inside him.
Whoa.
And nobody wants to talk to him because he's a demon inside him.
Dude.
And because that's where they put the demon after they defeated it, because they thought he'd become a protege, but then everyone just treated him like bad. And then he's like, well, I want to be the best ninja ever. And it's his journey to becoming the best ninja ever. And everyone's against him and nobody believes in him.
Does he believe in himself?
He does believe in himself. And he believes in the youths that believes in him. That's a different one.
Gurren Naruto?
Gurren.
Well, shit, I just shed a single tear with that description.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should sit down and watch all 5,000 episodes of that show.
No, you gotta kind of grow up with it. I actually did kind of grow up with it. I started watching it in 2004.
Yeah.
I actually stopped watching it when he defeated Pain.
Spoilers, man. Jesus Christ. I just started watching Naruto.
I'm sorry.
Just now. Go ahead and spoil that shit. That's not fair.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. I totally... Growing up with something can heavily color your opinion of it. Like, a while back, they added the original Pokemon anime to Netflix.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna relive my childhood. I'm gonna watch the Pokemon anime. And I got through the first 3 episodes and was like, I cannot watch this anymore.
Oh, you know what's a great one to watch?
What's that?
Okay, here's... If you're of age,
Of what age?
do not be sober
Okay, that age.
at all.
Sure.
Sit down.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't care how you do it.
I don't like standing up drunk, so I'm with you.
Watch Street Sharks.
Oh,
It is so bad.
Yeah.
My friend Chad and my wife Holly.
Chad? Is it his birthday today?
It's always his birthday.
Happy birthday,
Quant.
Chad.
That's Chad Quant.
Happy birthday, Chad. You guys got drunk and watched Street Sharks?
Yeah.
That sounds like an
But
amazing
here's the
Friday
thing.
night.
This is how bad Street Sharks... Like, I remember loving Street Sharks. I had
Oh,
all
me
the
too.
toys.
I had one or
I was
two
like
of the toys,
crazy into it. There's literally an episode, I can't remember the name of this particular character, but this character is one of the villain mutants. And I shit you not, they have an episode where he's supposed to be, it's his origin story, and it starts with the Street Sharks fighting a bunch of mutants. So quite clearly the script called for Street Sharks are fighting a bunch of mutants. Next. It pans across all the mutants. They fucking have the guy whose origin story it's supposed to be fighting the Street Sharks. And then it's the story of how that character became that. But that's a part of the frame narrative. So like literally the animators the directors didn't give a fuck.
So it's like, where did you come from? And he's like, where he shouldn't be in a group of dudes.
Yeah, basically they were telling the story, but he was already there in the fight. And then then we went into the story about how he was created.
Oh no.
So, and there's like other bits like, oh my God. So they have oh God, I'm sorry in advance. They have a black friend.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, he becomes a killer whale.
Oh my God, I remember
killer
that.
whales are black.
Well, yeah.
And white, but mostly
they're
black.
the pandas of the sea.
Anyway, guess what he gets called?
I don't know.
Slamu. And Slamu joins the Street Sharks for a bit, and then he leaves. But because they only had a little bit of animation to show them leaving their home base, occasionally they'll forget that Slamu's in one of those leaving animation shots, and they'll just use shots of them leaving their base with Slamu in the pack, even though Slamu's not there. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? I remember that as a kid, and I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this show?
That's fucking
But
awesome.
I loved it, because it was like, it was so fucking jawsome.
That is pretty jawsome. No, I remember watching
Shit,
as
I
a
just
kid.
realized the tail is gonna be blocked by the wings. I'll fix the tail.
Put the wings behind him.
No, because that doesn't make sense,
Yeah,
Dungus.
you're right. Yeah, move the tail further down.
It's fine. I'll redo the tail.
I remember watching Street Sharks as a kid, and for anyone who doesn't know and hasn't already Googled it, Street Sharks was this cartoon in the 90s. It was basically TMNT, but they were sharks instead of Ninja Turtles.
Oh, there's a better one.
And they were giant muscle men that were half shark and
Yeah,
half
well, they have
man.
another one. I think they did a crossover at one point, but Extreme
Really?
Dinosaurs.
Oh, fuck.
Do you remember the theme song?
No.
Something's really rocking on planet number 3. Mother Nature's got prehistoric company. A colossal fossil feud like you've never seen
Oh my
before,
God.
except against the reckless raptors and the extreme dinosaurs. Extreme dinosaurs. Tales of
Oh my God, dude.
something
I like-
raptor trap. That's the song.
Like, if I can describe what was just happening in my brain, it was like standing on a street in the middle of the night, everything's black, and there is a distant lamppost that's just like flickering on and off.
Yes.
It's just like, oh my God, it's there. Somewhere in my brain
You remembered
remembers
that?
that. Yeah.
Did that
it's
sound familiar?
Yeah, a little bit.
really rocking on planet number 3.
Like that shit is like so.
prehistoric company.
Man. But did the Street Sharks have an origin story in like the first episode?
Yeah, they were like a bunch of football kids
See, that's what I always
who
assumed.
became shark people.
But I
because
never
their dad
saw-
Had, the bad guy was wearing their dad's watch, and they're like, "Hey, that's our dad's watch," and he's like, "Oh, you found me out!" And then he like turns them into sharks
Naturally, because
because they killed his dad or something. I don't.
I know I'll make them more powerful.
Yeah, that'll show you.
Yeah.
You'll never get back at me now that I made you super powerful shark people.
See, as a kid, I never saw the first episode, so I never knew why they were shark men.
No, they just are.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it didn't stop me from loving the show, but I always wondered what their backstory was, because.
That's why you gotta watch the first episode, duh.
But what? How the fuck was I gonna do that?
Netflix.
It was the it was the 90s.
Netflix.
I
Time
would've
travel
thought-
Netflix.
Like Netflix, like what? You like take a net, like a fishing net, and
you flick it.
and you like flick it around. Is that what Netflix are?
Hold on, let me just check that fact on my dial-up modem.
Yeah. Let me check the Encyclopedia Britannica. Oh, it's not in here because pop culture bullshit isn't in the Encyclopedia
I know I
Britannica.
probably already told this story, but there was this guy I went to school with, and we used to play this online game, and called Estonia. I know I mentioned it a few times. I really loved that game when I was a kid. But whenever he used to annoy me in the game, I would just call his phone because I knew his mom had it set so calls dropped the internet.
Oh yeah.
So I would call him just to shut him up, and then he'd get disconnected from the game. I was like, hey.
Very nice.
And I just hang up immediately.
Yeah. It was a
I
simpler
don't know if you
time.
ever figured out that was me doing it.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
I used to think it was hilarious.
That's so cruel.
Well, he was being dick, so...
Yeah, I remember that. Because I don't know how it was set up, but yeah, either phone calls just wouldn't go through as long as you were using the internet, or they would take priority over the internet and just shut it off. That was the worst.
Yeah, that's stupid. Who made
And now
that
when I'm
decision?
trying to stream YouTube wirelessly off satellites, and I'm like, it's being slow and it's buffering. Oh,
God.
it sucks, man.
When that was probably the time, how long it took for us to get like an image from Netscape Navigator.
Oh yeah. No, I might have told this on the show at some point, but I have a vivid memory of my brother and I in, might have been 96 or 97. It was whenever the Star Wars Special Editions came out.
Okay, yeah.
And they had a trailer for the special edition of A New Hope.
Whoa.
And we were watching it on the Star Wars website, and it had a QuickTime player. So the entire screen was white. There was a tiny, it was probably like 140p window in the middle of the screen that was a QuickTime player. And back then, you could watch there was a gray bar that filled up on top of a white bar where the playhead is.
Yes, I remember.
And you could watch it go up like a pixel every minute. And you could hit play, and it would play that little bit that's loaded, and then just stop and loop back to the beginning. So the very first shot was the new like CG X-Wings kind of diving down into the left as they're starting to make their descent to the Death Star or whatever. And we would just watch that like just like loop it over and over and over, and eventually they go a little bit further, and they go a little bit further, and like you would just keep hitting play over and over, and like watching a little bit more of that video. And then eventually it would get long enough that by the time you finish watching it and play it through again, there's like a whole bunch of new stuff you haven't seen. And that was how we watched videos in the 90s.
I remember.
And now we just stream shit in HD, and we're like, oh, it's being a little slow. But
In 4K.
it's like a really fond memory for me for some reason. Just like
internet back
watching
then
that
was
shitty QuickTime.
interesting.
Whenever
It really
QuickTime
was.
videos were online, that was like, oh. Because even if your internet crapped out, it would still keep that bit in the cache. So you could still watch that little bit you have.
One time, the game I was playing had IP bans, and someone from one of the other schools in my area, a guy there got banned, but we were on the same ISP, so I got banned even though I didn't do anything wrong. So
sucks.
I had contacted administration. I was like, and they knew me, and I was like, hey, like I definitely didn't do this, but I'm IP banned. What do I do? So they gave me like privileges to log on with just ignoring my ISP, and I was like, great. But for the time before that, I figured out that, if I just change the phone number for IONET that I'm dialing in with, and I change it from Leaming to Rockingham, which is like, Rockingham's like way the fuck out. Like, it's pretty far away. I don't know why I picked Rockingham of all places, but I think that was the only other like login number they had for that internet. That I would circumvent the IP ban. I think like Rockingham is like where, I might be wrong. I think like the guy who plays Thor is from there.
Chris Helmsworth?
Yeah, I think so.
We can find out, but you still have my
I still have
phone.
your phone. Anyway, it doesn't matter regardless. Rockingham kind of far away. So I do that, and I didn't think it through because they were charging me per minute that I was using the Rockingham number from distance. And my parents got a bill for $500.
Whoa!
Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble.
And that was in like 90s dollars too.
Yep.
So that's like $30,000 today.
Probably. I don't know. I got in a lot of trouble.
Man.
I felt so stupid. I was like, I just wanted to play my game. And they're like, well, you should have talked to us. And I'm like, what are you going to do? You're going to ban me?
And they're like, yeah. Dude, that's the precursor to kids today using
like
in-app
cards.
purchases to...
Yeah, someone actually fought that in court and won recently.
Oh yeah.
Apparently.
That's why every app, at least on iOS, I haven't used an Android phone, but every app that has any kind of in-app purchases has a little text next to it. This is like contains in-app in-app purchases. I've never...
Oh yeah, because parents have downloaded things for their kids and then
Well, because there's so
randomly
many
lost-
games that are under the free category that aren't really free. So now you can find a game that's free that
And
also
ki-
doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah,
that
yeah.
text.
And then kids don't fucking know. They're just like,
No.
oh, I have to pay money. I'll just use that.
Well, they don't think about it as- It's not money. It's just I want more Gemeralds or whatever. I'm just
They
gonna
don't
click this
understand that
button.
that's real money they're giving that their parents own.
Well, because all those games, anytime you run out of energy or whatever the currency is, they just pop up a thing like, you want more of this stuff? Hit this button.
and they're
So it's like, of course they're gonna hit that button. But so it's
kids
good
don't know
that
better.
it's good that there's, you know, you can put on protection to be like, oh, it requires a passcode to use the card
Yeah,
and stuff
they
like
have
that.
to know that something's really rocking on planet number 3, and and Mother Nature's got some prehistoric company.
Three's Company! That's the show, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Three's Company! Spin City!
That's the one.
Friends!
What?
Dawson's Creek!
90210.
Yeah, exactly. X-Files! Let's just list, man, only 90s kids will remember. Oh my god. Dude, I looked that up recently, the X-Men theme. Oh my god. That was like the hardest I've nostalgia'd in a long time.
Yeah, I love that one.
Cause I was like, what? I like couldn't remember. I was like, what was the theme? I was thinking it was a theme with lyrics for some reason. Cause a lot of cartoons of the day were, and I was like, what was this song?
They didn't have lyrics. That was like, I actually remember having a discussion with someone about that. We were talking about good openings that had lyrics, and he's like, well, what about this one? This didn't even have lyrics. And I was like, it didn't? And
Yeah.
It didn't.
If they fucking didn't, they just had some rad synths.
It was just some
blasting out.
da-na-na-na-na-na.
And just shots of them being awesome. It was
What
great.
was the other one? There's like what was the Spider-Man theme?
I don't remember the Spider-Man theme.
The-
I think we also looked that up.
And then it went
Spider-Man. Does
radioactive
whatever
Spider-Man.
Spider does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig.
Look out, here comes Spider
Spider-Pig.
Pig. I kind of don't like this arm, but I know I'm wasting time at this point.
No, there's no such thing as wasted time when you're arting.
It's true.
It's not, actually.
Hmm?
It's not true.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You absolutely can. Oh, I see how you fixed the tail. That's neat. It adds a lot of depth to your art.
I'm just thinking, I kind of want to bring that hand back a bit. I wish there was like a just grab and pull thing. But
Yeah, like a marquee tool you could draw a square
I
and just...
guess I'm kind of just gonna live with that mistake. It's fine.
Which hand are you talking about?
The one on his right hand, but on the left.
Wait, his right hand, but on the left?
Yeah.
His right, our left.
His right, our left.
The one that's sticking out like...
Yeah, it's a little
Like, oh, I'll get you
little
next
further
time,
out there.
Gadget.
Oh, you know what I could do is give him fire. Oh, I forgot it's the fire coming out of his mouth. Shit.
Give him a fire stash. Give him a Wario stash. Everyone's been waiting for it. Give him a fucking Wario
You asked
stash.
for it. You asked for it. We've delivered it.
Yes.
Here it is.
Yes.
Ultimate in.
Yes.
Whoa, calm down there, buddy.
I'm just really excited about Char War. Is it not?
No, I'm not doing
You're making it all
actually-
diagonal. Made me really excited for a second.
I just really want to do this one.
Don't you want to make me happy, Ross?
No,
Why don't you want to make me happy?
because you already have too much happiness in your life. If
You know,
had
that's
too
true.
much, you had much more, you would die.
I would.
I already don't like my fire that I've done.
Yeah, it looks like a Wario stash. You should just go all the way. You know, why angle it so much? Are you almost ready to start inking this shit?
Almost.
That's I like the top fire. The bottom one needs to be more Wario, though.
Who the fuck is opening and closing a door?
I don't know. I don't know if that's picking up on the mics, but people have been walking in and out of the other room there.
Probably Kevin.
It might be.
Kevin. I'm sorry, Kevin. You were listening.
I don't know. It might be Aaron. I thought I heard him.
Aaron?
earlier. Yeah.
Aaron's here?
Maybe. Maybe it's his ghost. Because you predicted his future with your
That's
mind
right.
powers.
Aaron dies.
Yeah.
Aaron dies at the end of Pokemon Red. I told him that. That's why he hasn't beaten it.
Whoa.
Shit.
Dude.
Aaron dies at the end. Dies at the end.
That's a twist I was not expecting.
Spoiler.
Dude, no, I don't want them to finish
I
it.
told him that, and he's like, "No, you're joking." And then he just was
And
like,
they sat down recording, and he just started sweating, and he was like, damn, we can't.
I can't. I feel my heart. I feel my heart
Yeah.
racing.
And then they made out for like an hour.
Whoa, I don't remember that.
Because you weren't there, man.
It's true, I wasn't.
I wasn't either, but I read about it.
I just pretty much just drew it.
Yeah, that's what you said you were gonna do.
I just kind of want to do. Wait, hold on. I got a better idea.
Don't tell me you're gonna scrap all this.
Yes.
No. What are you doing? Ross, we're almost at an hour.
It's okay. We'll be all right.
I know, but
Barry, would you just stop? Would you just stop?
I can't. I literally, if I stop, I will die.
This isn't Speed.
No, it's Crank.
Crank?
Crack.
Was that a different one?
What was the Jason Statham movie where if he stopped
I don't
his
know. Once you
heart
start saying
exploded?
celebrity names, I'm just like, pfft, I
You
don't
know
know.
Jason Statham?
I don't remember which celebrity's which.
He was in Crank.
I don't care. I don't care about celebrities. I don't care about their names.
He was in what's it called? Snatch. You've seen Snatch, right?
No.
What? Oh, we should watch Snatch.
Okay.
Snatch is a really good movie. Guy Ritchie directed it, man.
Okay.
More names.
I should probably take that back. I don't really care or listen to, like, when people are like, oh, you know that actor? I'm like, no. Me and Holly are the exact same way. I don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, is that one guy from that one thing? He was in that thing? I'm like, oh, yeah, that guy. I couldn't give two craps about what their name is.
It's fair. I mean, we do live in an internet age. It's gonna be like, who is that dude from that thing? Be like, oh, this guy. But for everyone listening who isn't you,
Yes.
Crank is an awesome movie.
I don't doubt it.
Well, Crank is fun. Snatch is an awesome movie. That's a really fun heist action thing. I don't know what you'd call it. It's very British. So, that's always fun. Are you giving him a gun? Are you giving Baby Charizard X a gun?
That's where the X comes from.
Oof. Okay, hold on. So, you know how when Blastoise evolves into Mega Blastoise and he gets that, like, super cannon on his back?
Yeah.
Is this Charizard's version of that? He just gets a fucking gun?
Yeah.
Do you want to give your gun a little happy face and make him bang bang?
No.
Why don't you make him a
Not
little...
some weird self-referential...
No, but it was my idea, so that gives you permission to do it.
No, I don't even know how to draw a gun, honestly. I learned how to draw...
It's almost as if you still have my fucking phone hostage and you could look it up.
You know what?
You're drawing like a weird... That looks like...
absolutely right.
It looks like a tool the Ghostbusters would have to detect ghosts.
Yeah, you're right. I've
Like that thing on the top like lights up in red and yellow.
I have a
Don't throw up, man!
I have a cartoon version of like how I draw guns, and I learned how to do it for that Pokemon cartoon, but I don't remember what I did, to be honest. Oh, that's what it was. I remember now. God, yeah, I haven't drawn a gun in forever. I just had this like cartoon version in my head of what a gun looked like, and I was totally wrong.
You are making my Google search history so weird.
Charizard X handgun.
Boobies!
Boobies.
Boobs! Gun!
Gun and boobs.
Boob guns. Oh, that's like Austin Powers.
What?
She had booby guns.
Oh yeah, well that's
She
been
was
in
a
a lot of
robot.
things, hasn't it?
I mean, yeah, it was a lot
I feel
of
like
stuff.
it was in a. I feel like they've done that before. They did that before.
I think it was a
somewhere
thing
else
in
Austin Powers.
What's that movie? Is that movie called Machine Girl? Tank Girl?
Tank Girl? Like the post-apocalypse?
No, there's a movie. There's a Japanese movie where a girl is like becomes like a robot.
Okay.
It was from the same people that made Robo Geisha, another
cool.
fantastic film. She's part robot and part geisha, in case that wasn't clear. No, it was this movie where she was like part robot. And I think there was someone in that movie who had like robo gun tits.
Yeah, I don't think Austin Powers created that shit.
No, but they definitely did it well. They definitely did it well. Oh, now that's a very realistic gun.
I don't think the Austin Power movies aged that well. Am I wrong in thinking that? Like
I honestly haven't seen any of them in a very long time.
I think I watched them a little while ago, and I remember liking them as a kid, but then I was just like, this is not funny.
I remember them just having diminishing returns, that like 1 was the best, and then 2 was pretty good, and then 3 was like, nah.
I mean, I was at that age where, you know, you could put anything on for me, and I'd be like,
It's true.
Wow, that is a real age.
I remember realizing that, God, I don't even remember his name anymore. It was like Mustafu, the guy with the fez, is Will Ferrell.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy who like falls off the cliff and is like caught on fire and shit.
Oh, and all that bad shit happens to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
It's Will Ferrell. And like, I was too young to know who he was. Because when I was younger, I was like, I don't know who celebrities are.
I'm still like
I'm
that.
still like that. That's fine. I don't know who most are. People will be like, man, this person's doing this. I mean, that's where I draw the line of like, I don't give a shit about celebrities. It's like, I don't care about their personal lives in the slightest.
But that's kind of how I feel. It's like, what's the point in knowing their name? If,
Well,
like,
if
I'm
there's
not
an
gonna-
actor you like,
Yeah, but like, that's fine. I understand that. And I'm not saying that's wrong, by all means.
if you see someone in enough things and you're like, hey, I like this dude, what's
Yeah,
his
then
name?
I'll probably do that. Yeah, see, that's fair.
You just pick up people's names,
That's
man.
no,
I don't
that's
know.
fair. I'm just saying, like,
I know plenty of
but if I
names
haven't
of shit.
seen that movie and I'm not familiar with that actor, it's probably fair to assume that that has not happened to me.
That's a good
Also,
point.
a nasty farted. Get ready for that.
I've been burping nonstop, quietly. That was a loud one though.
This is a small gun.
So we're gonna make this room a noxious mixture of gases. That's a very tiny gun.
Well, I figured he has tiny claws, big tiny claws, so he'd probably have a big tiny gun.
I'm sorry, he has big tiny claws. Can you expound on that idea, Ross? My friend.
No, I cannot.
My friend Ross.
even
My
know what I
artist
just
friend
said.
Ross. You are an artist. How can you draw something big and small at the same time?
Doctor Who?
I don't follow.
Big on the outside.
I like how he's really leaning into the gun,
Yeah, give me a wallet, see?
and the left hand like opening up his chest is very fun. Wow. Yeah, he means business. There's zero trigger discipline going on there.
Oh yeah, he's just ready to fucking I think he's already fired, honestly.
Whoa. Is he mid-fire?
Could be.
I mean, he does have fire coming out of his mouth.
He's a
so-
fire type.
Ah. Oh.
I fucked that up. Whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, the hammer of the gun is down, so he hasn't.
I know.
hasn't shot yet.
I'm doing a terrible job of drawing this gun, but
No, it's looking pretty good. All right, are you ready to trace this shit yet?
Getting there.
Okay. That's good. I wouldn't want to rush you. Does that have a laser sight on that gun? Is that
No,
what the
it's
bottom part
like
is?
the aiming thingy. I don't know.
What?
I'm not a
Why
gun-
why would the aiming thing be beneath the barrel?
What are you talking about?
What's beneath the barrel
This
of the
thing?
gun?
I don't know. It's there. I don't know what that is.
It looks like a
it's
laser thing.
This thing?
Yeah, like a laser
It's
sight.
just like another ridge that goes there. I don't know, dude. I would fix this gun and make it longer and narrower, but I made it really big and cartoony because it's a cartoon
funnier.
dinosaur holding a gun.
I I really like the direction this took.
Because it started, he's got a gun.
Maybe the bullets are smaller Pokemon.
Bullet bills.
Bullet bills. There you go. What if there was a single Pokemon out? They're like Sun and Moon are coming out, and there's like 300 new Pokemon, and one of them was just straight up Toad.
Hi!
Yeah, and like no one ever referenced the fact that he was from another game or anything like that. He's just Toad. And he's like mushroom type or some shit. He'd be plant type. There you go.
Whoa, why do you make the lines that color? I'm curious.
What? What?
Oh, I'm just curious why they made the flame color. I mean, it's blue flames, but they've got like a reddish outline. I mean, maybe it looks nice.
In the sketch up top?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just because it's like an effect they're gonna do with a different pen.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because they're saying outline everything to give it that graphic novel look, but then the fire is gonna
Just
be.
looked at the time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. I don't accept your apology, Ross.
I'm sorry.
I don't accept it. Because all this time I'm like, hey man, what if you didn't do all the entire drawing twice? And you're like, no, it's fine. And now all of a sudden you're like, wait, that took way longer than it needed to. I shouldn't have done that.
Fun doing it.
I'm glad you had fun, but I wish I weren't here. I don't mean that.
Welcome to the GameGrumps channel, where our
just
slogan
here-
is, I wish I weren't here.
I wish I weren't here, but I'm glad you're here. No, that's the fire. Why are you outlining the fire, man?
I'm not outlining the fire. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, here you go. At least you didn't draw anything else, so you can erase the outline problem-free. So it's not like Charizard 1.0. That was an experiment that we'll never reference ever again.
What, the swole?
Muscle Charizard,
Oh, yeah, I
Swolzard.
fucked that up so bad.
It's fine, man. It just lives on YouTube mocking us till the end of time.
Not yet, oh, that's right. They will.
By the time this airs.
Well,
It's fine. Everyone needs a villain. That episode will be mine.
don't hide your mistakes.
No, go ahead and hide your mistakes.
Bury them in the yard. Don't let anyone know.
I mean, what's the point of having a closet unless there's some skeletons in it? Am I right?
Yeah, what's the point of having a basement if there's no bodies?
No bodies in that basement.
Do you know, I didn't grow up with Pee Wee Herman, and the first time I saw that shit, I was just like, there's bodies in the basement. This guy's fucking serial killer.
Yeah, man.
Wow! Today's word is. Oh god!
it just flashes at the bottom of the screen. Everyone's like, that'd be a really good episode.
I fucking love Stamper's
oh my
parody
god.
of that.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be such a pussy bitch, Terry?
Fucking Terry. I didn't watch the new Pee Wee Herman movie.
I didn't either.
I don't know if anyone did.
I hear it's alright.
Yeah. I hear that about most things. People are like, oh man, this thing's pretty good. I'm like, okay. Dude, this movie just came out and like all this stuff happens. I'm like, okay.
Oh, it's like you disregard everyone's opinion, Barry. It's pretty mean.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
You got me.
I got you good.
I walked into that one.
Done got good.
You walked into that one.
I don't know.
Below.
I just am stupid. So the more someone recommends something to me, the less I want to watch it. To a certain point. There's like a bell curve. Right?
That seems kind of condescending.
Well, yes. Well, because I'm stupid and I'm an asshole.
Okay.
But people will be like, dude, I think you'd really like this show. I'm like, oh, I might check it out. I'd be like, dude, oh my god, you would love this show. I'm like, oh wow, I should check it out.
Like Big Bang Theory.
Whoa.
Bazonka, every fucking relative I know is like, do you watch Big Bang Theory? I'm like, no. It's like, oh, that's really surprising. I thought you'd like it. It's like,
That's an insult, thank you.
yeah. It's
Goodbye.
like,
Oh god, it's the. I'm not gonna say it.
It's a stupid show about smart people.
It's so out of touch.
Yeah.
So out of touch.
No, it's the comparison someone made online that I read between
probably gonna
Big
know
Bang
what-
Theory and the IT Crowd. Big
Yeah.
Bang Theory is a stupid show about smart people. IT Crowd is a smart show about stupid people.
Yeah.
And I tend to prefer the latter as a rule of thumb. Because stupid characters can be very endearing if they're written in a smart way.
but you could argue that the guys in IT Crowd are actually pretty smart, but they're just niche smart. Like they're smart when it comes to like tech and all that. They clearly know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like social scenarios, they're just like, well, Jane, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I have a hot ear.
The thing about blah 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 is walk it in, you know, like
Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah, that's
The
right.
thing about Arsenal is walk it in.
I love how that actually worked.
It does work. You see that ludicrous display last night? Yeah. That's such a good show.
I like how when he did it and he was listening to him talk, he was just like, how the fuck did you know any of that? That's the best.
Yeah. There's so many amazing moments. I think my favorite episode is still the one where they go to the musical. I think it's just Gay the musical. And they wind up just,
And one of them's in
both
a wheel-
Moss and Roy have amazing adventures
Weren't they in a
episode.
wheelchair at one point?
Well, Roy has to use the bathroom, and he winds up in the disabled restroom
No, that's right.
because he didn't want to wait.
and lie.
And then he, instead of flushing, he pulls the alarm, and they come in, and instead of like being irrational, because that's like it's a smart show about stupid people, right? He's not like, oh, I'm above this situation, I don't care, haha. He's just like, I'm gonna pretend I'm disabled now, and instead of just being like, I'm sorry, I'm in the disabled restroom, he's like, it just
Yeah, oh, that's right. He couldn't.
yeah,
oh
and they're just like, oh, what happened to your wheelchair? And he's just like, oh, stolen.
I love the.
How are you disabled? Leg disabled. It's just. Oh,
I love
so
the
funny.
fucking internet thing, or just like
Oh, the elders of the internet.
is the internet.
the whole internet.
It's very light. Jane, the internet doesn't
doesn't
weigh
weigh
anything. We're just gonna sit here and quote IT Crowd. We should stop.
I
but
love that show,
It's a very funny show. Highly recommend it.
Well, now I'm not gonna watch it. Oh, you walked into that one, bitch! Drop the mic.
What if
drop,
I
drop the
become?
mic, drop the mic.
I am what I hate. No, when I'm talking about like people recommending shows to me, I specifically am thinking of The Office. That I've had, when it was still on the air and new, I had a lot of friends recommend it to me, and I don't know. I saw like an episode or two, and I was like, it's just there's a lot of cringy, awkward humor.
I can understand that one. I never got into The Office. I like it, but I never religiously watched it.
Like I get that it. Well, I mean, besides the British version of The Office with Ricky Gervais that it was based on, it was kind of a pioneer of the like reality TV but scripted kind of thing. That is
It was
now
a huge
everywhere.
inspiration for GameGrumps.
Yeah, even though that GameGrumps was not scripted.
Yeah, but I mean, like the way
But-
that we did it.
Yeah,
was like
was based off that reality
I wanted
TV.
to do like a legit reality show, but where it wasn't scripted. So it's the idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say.
No, I was there.
I know because you were on it.
Yeah. Well, you wanted to
Oh, I got shit bad.
to do a reality show that wasn't filled with fabricated drama. Like, if anything emerged as
That's
being
why I think
exciting
so
or
many
intense,
people thought it was fake.
because it was of that genre and people are used to that being fake. But
Absolutely.
I don't think there was anything planned.
The only thing that was planned was Jesse Cox coming on.
Right.
And that's why we did that whole like Jesse.
Oh,
how
yeah,
did you get in here
pre-mic'd
with your
Jesse.
Pre-mic Jesse.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like we never fucked anyone
Well,
around.
because that's a staple of reality TV, of like the people entering the home and be like, "Oh, nice to meet you," and like
They're
everyone's
already
already wearing labs. Like, there's no way that's the first time they.
Welcome to our
Met.
home. We are the
Yeah.
Lab family. We love each other, and we wear labs all the time.
Love,
we record
we
everything
love
that goes
you.
on here.
here, and if anyone says anything behind my back, I will know because I have an
stab you,
earpiece.
stab you. Yeah.
They do that in like Gordon Ramsay's show a lot. Like they
Oh,
walk into
yeah.
the restaurant.
Well, the
pretend
American
it's the
version.
Yeah, I
The
love,
British version is so good.
Yeah, the British version is way better because it doesn't use any of the tacky sound. Like
Yeah. Chef Ramsay's about to find out what we just ate is actually human remains.
I fucking love Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
and
dude.
If anyone knows Gordon Ramsay, please tell him that we would love to have him on the show.
Yeah.
I know. Well, Aaron
So
really
cool.
wants him.
I
'cause
know.
He had said he'd have him in a heartbeat.
And we
Dude.
play all the bad great Gordon Ramsay games.
I mean, there might
Great
be a good one.
Gordon Ramsay games.
I'm sure Metacritic disagrees, but that's
Great
fine. Okay.
Gordon Ramsay games.
No, that's fine. I don't doubt that.
So we can have in the same year. Hopefully, we can have.
The entire spectrum of celebrities.
Yeah, we
from,
can have,
from Steve-O to Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the entire celebrity spectrum.
What happened? We just randomly started getting a lot of celebrities on the show.
There was a lot of stuff, from my understanding, that was
Already-
in the works for a long time.
They all kind of started to crop
And they
up at the same time.
Just, however, for whatever reason, everyone's schedules aligned in the same 2-week span.
like,
I think the only one that was a little bit more spontaneous was the Rob Schneider one.
yeah, the Rob Schneider one was weird.
Which,
That came out
yeah,
of
that was
nowhere.
surreal. Because I
I
actually
didn't
got
meet
to.
him though. I wasn't here.
I met him and Patricia.
Were
It
they
was-
nice?
They were very nice. They were so cool.
Yes, they were very nice.
No, I'm not. I'm
No,
not.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, if they weren't, I'd be like, they were nice. No, they were actually really cool
bet they
people, and
were.
I was like, holy shit, this is
That's
fucking
cool.
weird.
That's really cool.
That they're just
I mean,
hanging out
he
in
was,
our
he-
office.
He was in a lot of movies I loved as a kid.
Exactly. So that was just bizarre. And meeting Grey Worm was the best.
Oh, fucking
Jacob
Jacob.
is the man.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He is so cool.
Yeah, I think
Dude.
that was in the works for a while.
Yeah, that's funny.
Whereas
When-
Rob was like a couple weeks between Aaron having his rant and then Rob recording.
That's funny. Yeah, I remember I was watching Game of Thrones after I got back from a trip, and it was the first time that he was on screen. and I was
Yeah.
just like, Jacob!
Oh god. It was it was so it was so weird because like you always have characters you root for in shows, but now it's
Now-
like now I'm really rooting for Grey Worm.
Because I have like invested interest in our
Yeah.
buddy.
I think every GameGrumps fan is gonna be so sad when. I mean, we're not. I
When?
don't know. We when. I mean,
Well-
everyone dies, and you play the game.
Yeah, Valar Morghulis.
Valar Morghulis.
All men must die.
All men must die.
Yeah,
but
He'll be the one where I'm just like, aww,
yeah.
no.
I'll have to tweet at him if and when that happens, and I'll be like, "Who is this?" I'll be like, "Jacob, why?" No, he was so fucking cool, and all of us were just like, "Don't say anything about Game of Thrones." And he's like, "Well, I can't, or I would die." And Susie was like, "Tell me everything."
Oh, Susie. Susie's the worst when it comes to Game of Thrones spoilers.
She's like actively looking up spoilers every time there's a new season coming out.
She does the thing where she's like, I don't want to spoil anything, but I read this thing online, and she goes to talk. I'm like, there's nothing that you can phrase that won't be a spoiler. She'd be like, I read some stuff about blah blah blah. It's like
about
the fact that
the
you read-
Hound
It's like if
and-
you read something about it, that means that you know something about it, and that means they're not dead. So stop that, please.
And like, yeah,
But she didn't say that. I'm just using that as a fake example.
but pretty much any time. I mean, now that like as of the recording of this episode, we're like knee deep in the season.
Oh yeah, that's right.
but
We are.
leading up to
Oh,
like
the current. Oh, sorry. What season is?
6.
So we're on season 6 right now, as of this timeline that you were
this
currently
time,
watching.
right? Because the timeline fractures after
when you
this
watch
episode.
Pokemon Art Academy.
Exactly. But basically, every time Susie would start, she would say like, "So Game of Thrones season 6." Everyone just plugs theirs and goes la 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 la, like the entire office. We're just like, we don't want to know. We're excited in a different way.
I'm excited in the.
Her excitement expresses itself in wanting to read everything online.
Yes. That's
Our
exactly
excitement is
right.
like, I want to live in a cave with no internet until the new episode is out.
I've done it.
Dude,
Great fun.
It's good. It's good time. Yeah, Game of Thrones, man.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Patron. This season has been awesome.
I love how we fucking had someone from Game of Thrones on the show when the new season was starting. Like,
Yeah.
when did GameGrumps become so like, we got celebrities?
I don't know, man.
It's fucking weird to me, but it's like, this is just that show that I went to Aaron's house to record occasionally, but now there's people coming in and they're like, oh, celebrities on the TV.
I mean, it was a crazy batch of guest grumps happening. I get the feeling it's gonna be a while before we have another one.
You know, I just want to say this. I would love Snoop Dogg.
That'd be amazing.
Snoop, please.
Double G.
You're in LA. We're in LA. Come on, I don't care. Smoke a cone before getting. I don't care.
Did you smoke a cone?
Yeah, sorry. That's a more Australian thing to say.
Is that actually a slang?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Down under?
Smoke a cone.
Smoke a
It's
cone.
like the doesn't matter.
It makes me think of like a little ice cream cone.
No, it's like the. I'm not gonna explain on the show.
Because it tapers like your penis?
Yeah, sure.
Tapers like a cone?
I would just love to have Snoop Dogg on the show because I would sit there and be like, Snoop Dogg in there. It's so fucking cool.
That's Snoop
Snoop's
Dogg right
the
there.
best. Did he go back to Snoop Dogg or is he still Snoop Lion? Or is he just Snoop now? I don't.
Yeah, I can't.
I wasn't keeping.
It's like
up.
Puff Daddy in the
Dude,
early thousands.
Have you heard?
In the
I know I've
Crusades.
told you this. I don't know if I said this, but have you seen how he like posts on the like
r/trees?
r/trees, the
Yeah,
weeks subreddit?
I've heard about it.
And then he did an AMA, and they're like, Snoop, what's your favorite Dragon Ball Z character? You've seen that?
He said Vegeta, right?
No, he said Gogeta because he's a G. I was like, fucking A.
Vegeta.
So you have a like relatively obscure.
Did you see that
Dragon Ball character?
trailer for? So far, I think it's only announced for Japan only, but it's like a Dragon Ball Z Fusions game.
Yeah. I think I was around when you.
I think I showed it to you, and
Yeah.
it ends with a tease of like a Goku Brawly fusion.
Yeah, that's just not. That's ridiculous.
What's up with that, man? What's up with that?
I don't fucking know. That shit's so weird to me.
Is that canon?
Well, I mean, technically no, because Broly isn't canon.
Really?
He's a movie character. Some of the
The movies aren't canon?
Why
would they do that?
Because franchise money.
But why would you not?
It doesn't fit
You're
into the
telling your audience this doesn't matter. Why would that not be canon?
because it doesn't fit into the timeline. Explain to me how Broly could fit into the timeline.
I haven't seen that shit in like 10 years, man.
Okay, well here's the thing. It couldn't have happened during the Cell Saga. It couldn't happen after the Cell Saga. It couldn't happen during the Cell Saga. This is where did it happen? And Trunks was there, so clearly it was the Cell Saga.
Maybe,
All the movies, a lot of the movies have Trunks in it, but Trunks was only there during the Cell Saga. Why else would he be there?
maybe while they were fighting Cell was like, I'm very tired, and he had to like take
Well,
a
I
nap.
mean, there was that time where he did, do that, and he stood in a spot for a long time.
yeah,
but
and then they went off and fought Broly, and then
I really
came back
need
to
a shit.
Cell.
Kevin, can we just cut this for a second? I just ate Chipotle.
Oh, you're taking a shit?
Yeah, I need a shit so bad.
Okay.
Okay,
Go have
just
a
Kevin,
poop.
could do a cut. I need it. Oh, God, I can't. But it's not canon. I'll be right back. Sorry. Guys.
Your poops,
I need a
your
shit.
poops are
Fuck,
canon.
Man. It's been a while.
Your poops are definitely canon, though.
Yeah, they are. Oh, God.
How you doing, buddy? You were out there for quite a while.
I took a shit.
That
and then I
was-
said hi to Aaron.
Oh, Aaron is here.
Yeah, he's
It wasn't his ghost
He's
I was
here
hearing
with
earlier.
Chris.
Sweet.
Hi, I'm back. Barry was
Welcome
here.
back to the show, Ross.
Barry was here. He's
What?
gone now.
What are you talking about?
Barry was here. He's
You have no proof I drew that. No proof.
Kevin, show me the proof.
There's no proof that I was ever... Kevin, put that away. Put that away, Kevin. Thank you. No proof at all. It was a ghost. It was a poop ghost. Every time you poop, a ghost takes your place and frames you.
You're just saying words now. Stop, Barry. That's
I'm
okay.
always saying words. I literally can't say not words.
Can watch. Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3.
Those weren't words.
You'll get it eventually, buddy.
Those are words.
So Barry, tell me, in this timeline that everyone's kind of forgotten about, what are you playing right now?
What am I playing?
Video games.
I just beat Uncharted 4.
Okay, how was that? Tell me.
It was very good.
Without spoilers.
No spoilers. It was very good.
I just got a code for free for that. I haven't checked it out
Whoa!
yet.
How'd you get a free code?
I think they sent it to us, and everyone that wanted it had it, so I was
What?
the one that got it for free.
What the shit? Excuse me. Oh, wow. I don't know where that came from. Wow. This mic is gonna smell like that burp for a while. Yeah, Uncharted 4 is very, very good. Probably the prettiest game I've ever played.
Really?
Yeah, it's
a pretty
gorgeous.
big call.
It's gorgeous. My God, the attention to detail is insane.
I saw some like lighting examples of that game. It's pretty marvelous. Like the lighting engine had the like cartilage in the
in their ears. Yep.
I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
I
don't
noticed
see
that too.
many games doing that.
Yeah, I saw that. Someone posted it on the Reddit. It's probably where you saw that too. And
No, I think I saw that. Was it an Imager thing?
it might have been Imgur.
I think I saw it on Twitter actually.
Oh, well,
really
I saw
got
it.
on Reddit.
Someone posted it onto Reddit and was just...
Well,
People
I
were
mean,
saying that it's
doing
probably
it all.
not actually real-time subsurface scattering. And
What
that
do you
there's...
Oh, it just changes.
Subsurface scattering is what it's called when light hits things like flesh and sort of bounces around.
Yes, to get
And so,
caught.
and so it makes the skin, like much of what makes skin look like skin is subsurface scattering.
I know. I studied Maya for
Yeah.
2 years.
So it's used a lot in CG movies that have, render farms and shit, but it's really expensive to do in real time
yeah,
for games.
I'm aware.
So they're saying they probably are just using some really fancy little tricks, like, I mean, it's not super
maybe
complicated.
it's a texture or something. Or...
Well, yeah, it's a different texture that they're loading in depending on the light source and the angle of the camera, right?
That makes sense.
So, but the effect is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I gotta say,
and it's subtle because
looks good.
all those little effects add up and your brain just turns off and you're like, yeah, I'm just looking at stuff. So it's really good.
Would you say it looks more realistic than real life?
Yes.
Wow, that's a.
Oh yeah,
bold
dude,
claim.
I was sitting in traffic after playing it and I was like, man, Drake wouldn't be here.
Drake would not be in traffic in LA. He'd probably be in a. I don't know. I've never played Uncharted Pyramid.
It's close enough.
Okay, sure.
You've never played an Uncharted game?
No,
man?
never. I owned one, but I never
They're
played
very
it.
good. I always said that 2 is my favorite, but 4 might take the
Take the
trophy.
cake? Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very, very good.
It's a pretty.
They learned because they did Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, then they did The Last of Us, then they did Uncharted 4, and Naughty Dog clearly learned a lot from The Last of Us.
Sounds like it's not that Uncharted. It seems like they've done a lot of charting. Like the little joke we tell here.
Thank you, Russ. Thank you, Russ. Thank you, Russ. Thank you, Russ. That's very good. No, because like, I remember playing Uncharted 2. Actually, so the main game designer on Uncharted, I think 1 and 2 was Richard LaMarchand,
Okay.
and now he's a professor at USC's games division. But I saw him speak at NYU around when Uncharted 3 was coming out.
Is
And it
this, okay. Were you still in school?
Yeah, I was still an NYU student,
Okay.
and he came and spoke. He actually played a couple games that I worked on for school, and it was really embarrassing because they were not very good games.
I haven't seen many of your games that you've done.
Well, I haven't really done anything in a while. I want to fix that, but that's neither here nor there. He was talking about how in Uncharted 2, so Uncharted 1, the main loop is there's exploration stuff where you're like climbing around and jumping around and platforming. There's puzzle solving where you're like sliding blocks around and,
Okay.
using your journal to answer stuff, whatever.
mysteries?
And then there's combat, there's gunplay.
Okay.
Shooting at dudes shooting at you. And Uncharted 2 had this moment in it where you basically are incapacitated by like events in the story, whatever, and you're rescued and taken to this village up in the Himalayas. And you're walking around and there's like kids playing soccer and yaks and like townspeople just walking around, and you don't have a gun. And he was saying how in playtests, everyone would just run up to villagers and hit square, which is the punch button. And at first they were like, why are everyone assholes? And like all they want to do is destroy this peaceful scene. And they realized it wasn't people being jerks. It wasn't this like malicious intent.
Well,
Maybe it was for some of them, but it was actually players wanting to express their agency. So this was a game where they were taught over the course of this, 15, 20 hour adventure that you punch things. That's what you do. And that is their way of interacting with this world, is like pushing things, punching things, shooting things. That's what Drake does. And players just wanted to see if they could interact with this environment. So they added into the game, when you press the punch button, depending on where you are, Nate does things like he waves, he shakes people's hands, he pets the yaks. Like, there's all these little things he can do to interact with this world. And that moment that happens, where you walk into the village and you see all these people and you're like, oh my god, I'm like in this place. And you're like, I'm gonna press the do things button, like I'm gonna punch someone, whatever, and he's like, hello, and they're like, oh, hi, and you're just like, oh my god, like it's such a happy little moment, and
Because you're not killing people.
well, yeah, and like, and I could be wrong, but I don't remember another action game doing something like that, where it was a really good example of pacing in a story-driven action game.
Press X to show your respect.
Press F
Sorry.
to pay respects. I think that was actually after Uncharted 2, but because a lot of action games are sort of the way they bring you down from an exciting action scene of shooting and running around and stuff is things like platforming. Is like you're still doing this really action-oriented thing, but you're not being shot at, so there's no real time pressure to keep going. But Uncharted 2 had this whole scene where you could just take your time and walk around and take in the sights, and Uncharted 3 didn't really have more of those. I only played it through once. I could be wrong. I'm sure there's something in there that's more like that, but The Last of Us has a lot of moments in it that are very slow, where you can sort of take in the environment and inspect things and walk around. And Uncharted 4 has a lot of them as well. And they're very well done, and they flesh out the story and the characters. So, I don't know, I don't want to spoil anything about Uncharted 4, but there's a lot of really smart stuff in there that I really
maybe
appreciate.
I'll play it. Do you think I could enjoy it if I haven't played one before?
Absolutely, yeah. There's
Could you give
a
me
lot
a non-spoiler synopsis about the character and the story?
leading up to 4.
Well, I mean, just tell me, what's his goal? What's this character's driven, like, what is he driven to do? Why is he going to all these, like, third world countries from what I can
In
picture?
Uncharted 4 specifically, or in the previous games?
Just in general, what does he do?
Well, he's just a fortune seeker.
Oh, so he's looking for treasure.
Yeah, so the very simple version of 1, 2, and 3 is they're very straightforward stories. There's like a call to action, there's a reason for him. He hears a legend about El Dorado, or, you know...
Really? Like the road to...
Well, El Dorado's a city.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, that you're making a reference. I get it. Excuse me. Oh, why am I burpy all of a sudden? I haven't eaten anything. Maybe they're hunger burps. I don't know, but...
Maybe.
He's the Indiana Jones type, you know?
Okay, I follow.
So he's a little bit smarmy and smart aleck, and he wants treasure because, I mean, he's also a huge history buff. He's not just like, I want all the gold. Like, he's also very smart and knowledgeable. He's the kind of guy who, you know, they'll walk up to a wall of Latin text and he'll immediately translate it. You know?
Oh, cool. So he's like he's an
actually pretty much every character is fluent in Latin, which is kind of fun.
So he's an educated guy.
Yeah, and
he's a fortune seeker. Okay.
Yeah, and he shoots second typically. You know,
so
there'll be like a
he's not
militia
Han.
between him.
He'll shoot in
He shoot
retaliation.
in defense and then kill 1,000 people.
Was that ever touched upon?
Kind of briefly at the end of 2. The one of the final bosses, he's like, you enjoy killing, don't you? And he's like, no, I don't. And then they never really touch on it again. It was
like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Oh, because I enjoy killing. Yeah.
I'm sorry, because it looked like it, because, you know, you killed everyone in this temple.
Right. So that's the thing that, like, 1, 2, and 3, they tell these fun adventures, and what kind of keeps you invested is the characters. The characters are written very well. There's a lot of character archetypes at play.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't necessarily the deepest characters for the most part, but they're very well written, very likable.
Okay.
4 brings a lot of depth to those characters. It takes place, like, years after the other ones. And, I don't know. There's not a lot I can say without spoiling part of the experience, but it's not what you initially expect it to be. Did my Siri think I was talking to it?
I don't know.
Beeping. Yeah, well, what I appreciate is that 1, 2, and 3 are largely MacGuffin hunts.
MacGuffin hunts?
Yeah.
Like, they're hunting the MacGuffin?
Yeah, well, you know what a MacGuffin is, right?
Isn't it like a bullshit?
A MacGuffin, it was a term, I believe, coined by Hitchcock as just a catch-all term for an object that drives the plot forward.
like the Maltese Falcon.
Yeah, I think that's
Right.
where it came from.
Oh, yeah, I know about this. Yeah.
He called it the MacGuffin, so it's like
Right,
you have an object in your story, and like the bad guys and the good guys want this thing, and that's the reason for the conflict. And so it's like, oh, they got the thing, and now they're over here. Let's go over there. Like, you're just searching for the MacGuffin, and once you become aware of that trope, you see it everywhere. And 1, 2, and 3 are that.
Awkward laughter.
Oh.
Sorry, go on.
I mean, it's a tool, right? If that's... Now I feel like I have to defend you.
No, it's okay. Keep going.
A MacGuffin is merely
They don't know
a tool.
why I'm have that nervous laughter.
No, I know why. But I'm saying it's a tool because, like with any cliche, as soon as you're aware of it, if you as a artist choose to use that trope, you're using it with intent.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
If you're just doing it because you're like, I don't know, maybe they gotta get the thing, like that's just lazy. But if you're doing something interesting with your characters on their way to the MacGuffin, then it can be justified. I'm not... I by no means I'm a story expert.
I'm just saying that
I just read shit on TV
maybe
tropes.
I'm using it somewhere in some sort of way, but it's in a larger scale setting. Sometimes it's good to have a MacGuffin to get the characters from A to B.
It's an immediately explainable thing to an audience.
Yeah, it's like
it's a good MacGuffin can easily carry a film. I mean, you got to think about the new Star Wars. You know, coming full circle from earlier episodes where we were like, what's Force Awakens gonna be like? A lot of Force Awakens is a MacGuffin. I call it MacGuffin hunt. I don't think that's the term. But it's like, we gotta get the MacGuffin. For a long time, it's BB-8's map is like the thing making everything happen.
right.
But anyway, so Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 are just, we gotta get to this place, or we have to get that thing from that person. Uncharted 4 has elements of that. It's still like, we gotta get the thing, but it's much more character-driven than the other ones. Like, the reason why they're doing things has more to do with their characters than in any previous game. And it makes it a much stronger experience overall.
Right.
Because there's kind of, I looked up, there's actually an achievement or a trophy rather, in Uncharted 4 called Ludonarrative Dissonance, which is kind of amazing, and you get it for killing like 10,000 people or something. Because there is this disconnect in these games where he's like, oh man, I want this treasure, and then you kill an army of people to get it. And it's always that, like, I'm supposed to like this serial murderer? So, 4 still kind of toes that line. But I don't want to say it's even more justifiable murder, because it's still a little bit of murder, but murder aside, what he's doing and why feels much more involved. So it really keeps you in lockstep. You're never questioning why you're in any location. You're like, I get why I'm here. Whereas in 3, I remember 3 especially, I was like, why am I on this boat? Why am I on this plane?
Was 3 the one that nobody liked, or?
I think people like 3. I don't remember caring for it as much, but I put it on a pretty high pedestal after 2, because 2 was fucking solid. There were a lot of really good moments in 2, like...
So 2 is acclaimed. It's people like the second one, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak for everybody. I really liked 2, and I was a little bit disappointed by 3. 3 just felt disjointed.
Okay.
Because I remember also reading that...
Would you be able to go into why that is the case?
Yeah, so what I read is... So despite these games being very story-driven, what I read, and I don't know if it's still true of Last of Us and 4, because I have no idea, but the way they made those games, at least 1 and 2 and 3, was they would come up with ideas... It was a gameplay-first perspective, which is great. Like, you want... You know, a lot of people complain about... You know, the walking simulator kind of games and Telltale games when they're not basically the Walking Dead games, but these games that are like, well, I feel like it's fair to judge a game's story harshly if that's the main attraction. Right?
Right, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas if you're making a game like Uncharted, it's a little bit... It's not as clear. Like, different people are going to play the game for different reasons, because the gunplay in 4 especially is very, very fun. There's a lot of new little gimmicks and stuff they added, like a grappling hook that makes it really exciting.
Oh yeah, I saw lots of WebMD Giphy things of the...
WebMD?
It's like a... Is that like
Isn't that's the doctor website?
No, sorry, not WebMD. Shit, what are they called? The GIFs that are like videos? What are they called? Fucking,
videos.
No, there's like a new one. It's like
GIF, like the Giphy thing?
GIF video or like web... There's something like...
I think I know what you're talking about.
The MVs or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just... WebMD. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
okay. So...
Might have cancer.
They develop the game from a set piece perspective.
Okay.
So there's scenes in 3 where you're on a plane. There's one where you're on a boat. And they have all these dramatic things happen. Like the boat is fucking sinking and you're like running around. The plane is shot down. Like there's all these crazy things and you're still playing and there are these set piece moments. And so they create these moments based off of ideas that they have and challenges. They're like, how do we fucking have a gunfight on a boat that's rocking around with water pouring in? Like, how the fuck do we do that as a game? We have to make all these tools and software and hardware or whatever. Fuck. They have to make this happen. So it's a challenge. And then the story writers, who for 1, 2, and 3 was always Amy Hennig. She did not work on 4, or she left during the development of 4.
Okay. She was on it for a little bit.
For 1, 2, and 3 entirely, and it was basically her job to justify that.
What
So
do you mean?
they'd be like, okay, so we have this scene where he's on a plane and the plane gets shot down and he has to like do all this crazy shit. Then the writers have to justify why he's there, so they have to write the plot around getting him to that plane.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm making this make sense at all. The idea is that
keep going.
you're not telling... So if you're writing a story for TV or whatever, you're writing a story, you're putting down these building blocks, you're like, okay, they go here and they go there. You're crafting a story and where you're going is sort of just up to you. Like, you're just deciding, like, okay, like, this makes sense for them to go here. Whereas, this is as if there was a roadmap of, like, ship, plane, train, like, whatever these... Trains, planes, and automobiles. Whatever these set-piece moments are, you then have to connect them with plot.
Oh, so
you have
they
this-
were connecting them with plot.
Yeah, so you have this you have this set-piece moment, and then you have a cutscene where they're like, well, now we gotta go to that plane. Because that's the next level. And then they're on a plane.
Okay.
I'm not doing... Oh, yeah, we just hit... we just had 100 minutes on the timer. So, because they were making those games set piece first, the game had to justify why you're in this new level, because these games aren't the games of old where they could just be like level 4 and then you're just in a new environment, you don't care about it. They're trying to tell a story as well as give you this fun
Do you
experience.
think that was a detriment to the game's development, or do you think it kind of led the writers?
Well, so you have these individual moments where things are spectacular, but then... So what I would say is that 2 did a very good job of weaving those locations together.
All right.
For whatever reason, to me, it just flowed better, where they're like, we're in this environment and now we're over here. And you're like, that makes sense. I get that. 3 was also on a grander scale. It was more of a globe-trotting adventure instead of like a continent adventure.
The Harlem
adventure.
Globetrotting adventure?
Exactly. A lot of basketballs in it. And for whatever reason, in 3, it just always... I mean, again, I'm harshly judging a game that I played once years ago, but this is how I remember it. I just never felt satisfied why I was in a new location.
Right.
It's be like, oh no, the bad guys ran away over there, let's go. Which is just very simple. And it just felt
Did they
very...
have a MacGuffin?
Yeah, there was a MacGuffin.
Oh, good.
But it just felt very, what's the word I'm looking for?
MacGuffin-y?
It was very transparent.
Okay.
It was very transparent that they were just like, I don't know why we need to go here, we're just gonna go here now. Whereas 1 and 2, well, 1 was basically one location, so they didn't have that problem as much. 2, it just flowed better from one location to another. So you're not sitting there questioning. I mean, if you're like me, I bet most people would just play the game and have fun because they're smart people. Whereas I'm like, am I enjoying this? I have to check in with myself. So...
Are you one of those guys who, like, when you're watching something, you sometimes figure out the plot before, or the where it's going before anyone else, because you just kind of see the story structure?
Sometimes.
I've noticed that I'm becoming that person, like,
Well, 'cause
really bad.
I love reading about stories and tropes and things like that, but I'm not a storyteller myself. So when I'm playing a game, I'm usually more focused on the game itself, the gameplay,
Gotcha.
and the mechanics. Usually when I watch TV and movies and stuff, for the most part, I just try to turn my brain off. Because I find it's more frustrating for me if I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen.
can't do
and
it.
then it happens and you're like, ah, shit.
I do that, like, watching kids' cartoons. I was watching Steven Universe, current... They're running a bunch of episodes as this
Oh
is
yeah,
airing.
I'm not caught up.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't
But,
say
like,
shit.
they like they say something that's supposed to be like a passive joke, but it's clearly foreshadowing.
Oh.
And then I'm like, Oh, I know where they're going with this, and I called it like fucking at the start of the episode.
Yeah.
And then they had this isn't a spoiler, I'm not saying that in the Susie point, but they use an object, and this is kind of not even going into like solving something
Okay.
or figuring it out, but they say,
Okay.
how do I put this? They say, oh look, this object, it changes around this time.
Oh.
And the shape of the object is the same shape as a particular character.
Oh.
And they hold that object the whole time to show
Oh.
that character has had an arc, but that person wasn't aware.
Interesting.
So if anyone's watching it, I'm curious to know if anyone figures it out. But I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a metaphor for that character. That is going to be in the end of this episode.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I was 100% right.
I mean, it's
least I think
on
I
a
am.
spectrum, right?
Tell me if I'm wrong, Sugar.
Yeah. It's on a spectrum, right? On the one end, there's like a really, like a Game of Thrones kind of story where you're like, I can never predict what's gonna happen. I can try, and I'll probably be proven wrong.
Oh, but that's just like world in chaos kind of writing. That's
and then
hard
on
to
the
pick.
other end of the spectrum is Scooby-Doo, where you're like, that's a character new to this episode.
I think that guy's the guy.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
yeah.
like when we first came into this spooky town, there was an innkeeper, and we haven't seen him since the beginning of the show. What if he's the Superman?
And he shows up every now and again, conveniently.
Yeah. So it's like on
Or
that
when
end,
it does happen, it's clearly two people
Right.
that are in on it.
and on that end of the spectrum, it's like if you're watching it and you're not 5, you're gonna be able to pick up on who the villain is. But I actually did have a moment in Uncharted 4, where I was like, this character is starting to act a little bit weird. I'm guessing this is happening, and I was right. But
Right.
I don't know. I'm at least not the kind of person who's actively doing that. I'm not sitting there going, I'm gonna try to figure out how this is gonna end. I'm not actively trying to pick apart the plot as I'm watching it. I just like to.
Can't not do
I just like to watch things and then reflect on them after the fact.
I just can't turn off my brain anymore when it comes to that shit. I wish I could. I really do, but
I don't know.
I've done a lot of.
I've definitely been to movies with like you and Aaron and stuff and been like, that was fun. And you guys are like, oh my god, like Act 2 was so weak. And I'm like,
Yeah.
shit. Like, if I get to that place where I'm like, dude, like, this part of the movie really made it fall apart, it had to have been really fucking bad.
I mean,
Or at least very, not necessarily bad, but just very intense enough for me to like kind of fall out of my vegetable.
I do write. I don't consider myself a writer, but I guess I kind of am, but I don't really own it. I've done a lot of reading because I'm trying to like teach myself how to write
Sure.
because I didn't go to school for it or anything.
You don't
But-
gotta go to school for it,
I know,
man.
that's true. I
do
agree.
it.
And I'm reading all these books and all that, but I think since I've gotten that shit into my head and I've realized, like, oh, these are the methods, these are the structure, like, I'll be watching movies now and they just all fit into a particular formula. And it's so... I don't think I'm ever going to be able to go back to watching stuff the way I
Can't
did.
go back, man.
And I don't know if I like it or not.
You're damaged goods, man. There's no going back.
But it's kind of, I don't know. It just means now that if I watch something and I don't like it, I can probably tell you why I didn't like it, which I guess is good.
That is a good thing, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, and that's kind of frustrating.
And I think that a lot of story now, that the good story that gets by me is like the stuff that's written so well with foreshadowing and all that it's almost to the point of sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Like they say something and you're just like, huh. And
Then you look back
you
on
look
it.
back and you're like, oh, you sneaky son of a bitch. You
Yeah.
go, oh, you sneaky dick.
And it was right under your nose. I remember reading Ender's Game. It's not the Ender's Game. And I hate spoiling stuff, so like I don't even want to talk. But basically there's a twist. Even saying that there's a twist is a spoiler in my opinion. Some people are like, it's not a spoiler, I'm just saying there's a big twist at the end. It's like, fuck you. There's a twist in that book. And I figured out what the twist is on the page where they explicitly state it. I was like, oh my god, like turning the page like they're not. And like, it was all of this shit coming together at the exact moment that the author wanted it to. And I was like completely in sync with that book. And I was like, oh my god, that's fucking crazy. So that was a really cool moment. Because whenever you're outside of yourself and you're just like, oh, this is gonna happen, like, I feel like you're not enjoying it the way, I don't know. You enjoy shit the way you wanna. Like, if you enjoy doing that, then by all means go for it.
I
But
enjoy doing that. It's just how
some people do.
It's just how my brain works now.
I've definitely watched movies with people who will not shut up, and they're just like, "Oh my god, this character's gonna do that, and that's gonna happen."
And you probably haven't seen Madoka Magica, have you?
I have not.
Figured out the girl's power before it was even said.
Oh damn.
And a lot of people were like, "How the fuck did you figure that out?" I was like, motif here in the design, everything here, this and that. Also, it only happens this. She knows this, and it's like, what the fuck?
That's
Jared and
interesting.
Heidi about that. That happened.
Yeah.
That happened. I don't know. I gotta say I had a few wrong answers. But I had a general correct answer overall.
Right. I just feel like my genre of choice that I enjoy analyzing is games.
That's fair.
So if I'm gonna be partially playing the game and partially analyzing it as I'm playing, I want to have something I can do and just turn my brain off. So I
That's
choose
video
to.
games for me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not to say that I'm always outside myself when I'm playing games. I'm very happy to just turn my brain off and play games a lot of the time. But if I go into a game being like, "Ooh, I'm really..." Like something like The Witness, where I'm like, I'm gonna analyze everything I'm looking at because I know that's what this game is. But then if I go to watch TV, it's like, I'm just gonna turn my brain off and just sit here. That's how I was with FMA. I was like, I'm just gonna watch an anime. And
yeah, I've been doing that a lot. I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I honestly, I gotta say, that's the one where I'm just like, things are just so like random and fantasy that I'm just like, I don't have a fucking clue where this is going.
Oh yeah. Which is so refreshing sometimes. Like when I was watching Gurren Lagann, I was like, that's not a show you can easily predict.
Holly did.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
And the big yes, she predicted the whole thing.
Really? Whoa!
You know
I'm
how-
impressed.
Yeah, you know what it was?
Well, is this spoilers?
Yes, but I'll just say it. You'll be able to, if you're in synchronization, if you've seen Gurren Lagann, you'll be able to.
If you haven't seen
synchronize.
it, will it spoil anything?
No.
Okay.
Character,
Yes.
inside,
Yeah.
okay?
Well, you're acting things out that only I can
but they're
see.
Inside, but people
Okay.
know what I'm saying when I'm
Sure.
saying inside.
Yes.
Falls down,
Yes.
sees
Okay, now I don't know what that means.
a-
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. But that's still not gonna help anyone listening to this right now.
I know, but maybe they'll figure it out. Sees
it's
a
like
blank.
charades where you can't see the person.
I know. Sees a blank,
Yeah.
freaks out,
Yeah.
says that will never happen to him because that's for weak people.
Right.
Yeah. And she's like, oh,
I see.
yeah. Okay, now we're on the same page?
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Okay, cool.
I guess that is foreshadowing in hindsight for someone like me, who's not analyzing every frame.
But I think I also might have said to Holly, there's a big.
Oh.
So I think I'm sorry. I mouthed something to him.
I mean, I think we're on the same page where, like,
Yeah.
we really don't want to spoil things for people.
Also, it's one of my.
Because, like,
favorite
the
fucking
more
animes.
I like something, you know, it's
think
ironic
it's my
because I was
favorite
like, I don't like watching shit. It's not entirely true. When I was like, I don't like watching shit people recommend me. I watch stuff that people recommend me all the goddamn time. It was pretty much exactly The Office that I was thinking about when I was saying that. But when I want someone to watch something, I think the worst thing you can do is get into too much detail about it.
I agree.
I think the best way to get someone to watch something is be like, just watch the first episode. Or like, if it's something that has an awkward start, be like, watch the first
Yeah,
2 episodes.
That's the problem. There's a lot of shows where I'm like, it's really good, but unfortunately, the first season is really bad.
Well, then watch Sword Art Online when the opposite is true.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Just watch the first
I have to
season.
be honest. I didn't get into Steven Universe in the first season. I thought it wasn't very good.
Because it takes an entire season for
For it to really be
like
about
overarching
anything.
plot to become
Yeah, and I was
apparent.
like, I mean, this is. I didn't think it was bad. Sorry, I take that back. I just thought it was like cute. I didn't think like I was like,
I was
keep going and see why people like this. But
I
then
was sold
at a point.
during,
I was like, whoa, okay, no, this is really good.
I was sold during the pilot for Steven Universe.
Yeah, actually, I did like the pilot.
Cookie Cat.
I like the pilot better than. Or sorry, are you talking about the one that had the different style?
Maybe it was whatever Cookie Cat was in.
Oh no. I'm talking
was that
about
episode 1?
No, they did a
I know there was actually a pilot where some of the designs were different.
Yeah,
It was-
that's
it
the one
was-
I'm talking about. I saw that and I was like, wow, this is great animation. And then the show came out and was a little different. And at first I was like, we'll see if I can get
It's-
into this.
To me, it was
It's good though.
because yeah, it starts out very episodic, where there's just like 1 episode arcs, and it's very straightforward.
Yeah.
There
yeah,
are
yeah.
little bits of foreshadowing and subtle detail going on in the background, but yeah, like for me, it's those things like Cookie Cat. He left his family behind.
Yes, I think
like
I told
those
you
things
that.
grab onto me, and I'm just like, oh, like whoever's mind that came from, I'm really in sync with that level of humor.
I think I told you that. I said that's foreshadowing for their conflict.
I mean, in like a really simple way.
Yeah, a really simple way, but you wouldn't think about it until you went.
But there's also that one episode. I don't know. It might be later season 1 or might be season 2. With all the like Steven clones, kind of
watermelon things.
Not the watermelons. He has like a watch, and he's like going like through time.
Yeah.
Over and
okay,
over.
Sorry.
And like there's like a bunch of him in a room or whatever, and he sings a little song, and he's like, "I learned about myself by watching myself die." It's like one of the lyrics in the song, and it's like so tragic, but in the context, it's hilarious. And I was like, I can tell that this show is by the people behind the show are supremely talented at what they do, because like
good writers.
those little things that just sneak in there and they hit you, and you're like, oh my god, where did that come from?
Have you heard about what the fucking, I think it was a writer, said on Twitter?
No.
They like, we are no longer answering questions about Steven Universe, and you know why?
No.
I believe someone asked them, if you fucked Garnet and she got pregnant and then she
Okay.
would the baby?
Okay. Yeah, don't. None of that needs to be said out loud. That's so fucked up on so many levels.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It seems like we're not answering questions.
I think they are, but like they're not answering. I don't know. It was really funny.
That's a check please kind of moment.
Yeah, that's the kind of. It's like, here's your answer. It's a cartoon for children, and shut
and
up.
you're thinking about this a little bit too hard. It's not something that's gonna happen in an episode.
Although, mind you, when you do write that kind of stuff, you probably know the answer. You're just not gonna say it because you probably get fired.
Yeah. Because well, you saw that Steven Universe has been censored in the UK.
Yeah.
They took out some of the more suggestive scenes.
You mean the gay stuff?
Yeah,
with the gays?
some of the gay stuff.
Forcing the gay agenda on us? Yeah, I said it. Gay agenda. That's right. Listen here. Get your gay agenda. I'm kidding.
I know. No, I was.
Gay agenda's ruining England.
Someone posted side by side the US version and the UK version,
Yeah,
and
with
it's
the dance
like,
thing, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, holy shit, someone really did not like that scene.
Yeah, like
they gutted it.
They gutted it. They were like, whoa, get the gay out of
And,
the
like,
cartoons.
In fact, I would argue it's worse when instead of seeing someone dancing around, you see someone's eyebrows raise. It's like, what are they doing? That's so raunchy, we can't see it on TV. It's like they're dancing. It's a suggestive dance, sure, but it's not overtly
really that
sexual.
Suggestive. I mean,
No.
fuck, if America can air it.
Right, exactly. Well, I don't know, you could argue that the UK is more of a nanny state than the US.
Oh, it is.
You could argue and be correct.
Wait, didn't they get like an internet filter for porno?
Did they?
I know Australia almost had the same thing, and everyone protested for it. I was there for the protests.
I feel like if they enacted that, there would be a mass emigration.
Well, I think it might have actually happened.
Yeah. That sucks, man. People need their porn.
I don't know. I remember.
I mean, full circle,
someone tell
man.
me. I remember there was
Movie
like,
artist.
There was gonna be a thing in Australia where they're gonna be like, if you want to look at pornography, you have to call up your fucking ISP and be like, I want my filter taken down. But then it became mandatory, and they're like, no, you got this mandatory filter. It's like it's gonna keep people from finding child porn. It's like people don't distribute child porn through URL. Like you fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's
Like, but all it was a HTTP like URL blocker they were gonna put up, and like some of the websites that were on the block list were like, free speech things, like talking about like abortion, like but we're talking like in the sense of like a forum for abortion, not a like an illegal website on how to perform abortion.
Sure.
It's like
It's a conversation.
it was a conversational
A place to
like,
have
yeah, like should I do it?
debate.
Blah blah blah. Exactly. And it was listed on like sites to be blocked, and it was like, what? Are you
Which
fucking
is like
kidding me?
exactly the slippery slope
Yeah,
argument.
it's like that's the slippery slope. It's like where at what point do you become a certain country whose name I won't mention, because I'm afraid they'll won't allow me into it.
Oh my goodness.
And I gotta go see
go
a certain Disney ride.
You know, while I was in China, actually,
Same page.
I did some Googling.
I didn't say China. What the fuck?
No,
whoa, I'm talking about a different country.
No, I'm talking
Wow,
I
talking
was
about France.
completely unrelated to what you were talking about.
Jeez.
When I was in China, I was just like, Tiananmen Square. Let's just see what happens.
Oh shit. Did they like take you to a page about Disneyland?
Well, I'll just say you're not talking to the real Barry right now.
Oh, that's good.
I am a
Ni hao,
robot.
Barry.
Ni hao ma. Neiman, Nisha, what a hong hao peng yo.
Oh.
You're my very good friend.
How much Mandarin do you know?
I used to know a lot because I lived there for 4 months, and by the time I left, I was actually having broken conversations with cab drivers.
Oh, nice.
And I learned a fair amount of written Mandarin as well.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot what it's simplified Chinese, obviously. Because fuck traditional, man. All those extra lines. Just replace it with one line. So much easier.
When I was a kid, my cousin taught me how to say, "Kiss my ass" and "Are you a homosexual" in Gaelic, and I don't know why, and I still remember how to.
It's good.
Do you want to hear it?
I would very much.
Pog mahon, and then "Will to homogenesak."
That's very,
And
very
that's
good.
all I remember. That's all I remember of Gaelic.
Congratulations.
Pog mahon is really easy to remember because
Yeah, Pokemon.
like, but I don't know why I know how to say "Are you a homosexual?"
I mean, you never know when it might come in handy.
I don't think
You're
I'm
looking
ever
for
gonna need that.
the hot nightlife, and you're just like, man, I'm
Are you
just gonna.
homosexual in Ireland? I don't whatever. I don't know why I remember that.
It's fine, man. You don't have to justify it.
I was fucking 10.
Yeah. No, I the problem with learning a foreign language as an adult is if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's exactly what happened to me, because I came back to the States and I was like, well, I can be that guy in a Chinese restaurant and be like, I would like to order this.
That would be amazing.
But then they just be like, well, your accent sucks and it's kind of broken and your grammar sucks, but okay.
I don't know. I think there's some people find that charming if you like make an effort.
Maybe, but
I don't think you become
it's
that
like
guy.
the only
do you?
context to
Do you
where...
become that guy? Leave a comment below.
Yeah, are you that guy?
Or is that the guy such a thing? Is my question.
Whoa, maybe there is no guy. But that
Maybe you
would be the
would
only
go-
context I would use my Mandarin. And also, a lot of Chinese restaurants are Cantonese, not Mandarin.
Oh, true.
So they would just be like, what the fuck? What asshole do you think you are? I'd be like, I am a big asshole.
Can you
thank
discern the difference pretty easily with ear?
Cantonese and Mandarin?
Yeah.
No, I'm not proficient enough.
Oh, you really can't tell the... I mean, like, how long would it take you to figure out that they're not speaking Mandarin?
If someone was speaking Chinese to me right now, I remember so little. It would take me a very long time to be like, I think that's Mandarin. Well, part of the problem is I haven't heard enough Cantonese to know what that sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I know okay what Mandarin sounds like, but I don't know the differences. So, and also there's a billion people in China. There's so many regional dialects to the point
True.
where I went to Guideline on my spring break, and we had a tour guide taking us around to different places. We went like rock climbing and kayaking stuff. Our tour guide's name was Ping, and she was awesome. And we were studying. We had homework to do during the break. The couple of the guys that we went on the trip with, and our tour guide Ping was telling us we were pronouncing stuff wrong. Not just that we were doing it with a Shanghainese accent, that it was wrong. And she was like, no, you have to say it with an R at the end, not an ah. And it was a regional dialect. It's like that. It's like more extreme. My impression was that it was more extreme than an American, like Atlantic accent versus a Southern accent. You know, it's just it's like almost.
Wait, were you wrong in the like?
I
in
was
other
wrong
regions?
where I was because I was very far south. I was
Oh,
near
that
Hong
makes
Kong,
sense.
kind of. I never got to go to Hong Kong. I really want to, but they speak Cantonese there, so that would have been.
The funny thing is, I did Shaolin for 7 years, and whenever someone did you do Southern or Northern, I'm just like, I don't know. And
Yeah.
then they're like, how do you tell the difference? Do you just walk over a board and all of a sudden the martial arts change?
I mean, maybe I don't know.
Honestly, I don't remember the
I took a
difference. I
plane
think
to
I
the
might
south,
have
so-
once known the difference, but I don't remember.
I don't know. Mandarin is a very
Maybe someone could tell me.
difficult language to learn for many obvious reasons,
Is it North
but
and South, the Shaolin? I don't know. Whatever. Sorry,
Yeah.
keep talking.
the biggest thing is that in English and a lot of the Romance languages, we use tones to convey information over the course of sentences. So like when we ask a question, we go up at the end of the question.
Yeah, that's...
Typically,
Well, Australians, they go like... They go up at the end of every sentence. So it's like,
there are some
hey,
accents
mate, how
that
you
do.
going? Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's not right. Sorry.
That's also a question.
That's a question.
It's like, my name's Ross.
It's like, So how heavy is that rain? You go up at the end of the sentence.
That's still a question, though.
Oh shit, that's still a question. Fuck.
Don't ask a question.
Don't ask a question. Shit! I was gonna say, hey mate, how's it going? And I was like, shit, that's another question. Fuck!
Just say shit, that's another question.
Shit, that's another question? I don't know. I can't even do my accent.
I know.
Like, it only it has to come out naturally. And when I go home this June, which might already be the case,
It might be right now.
I might be there now as this is airing. I wonder, because I might be doing a panel or I'm doing something when I'm there. I don't know if I'm doing a panel. I might be. Maybe.
Yes.
Oh fuck, that's wrong. I'm kind of curious to see like if by that time will I have my accent back.
Curious.
Yeah.
Are you ready to start coloring this thing?
I am.
Oh my god. Are you gonna erase your pencil?
I am, but I've got to take this this blue here and make the fire first.
Oh, wait, but you're gonna erase that fire.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna erase everything around it.
Oh, I see. Mandarin, to get back to the original point, every word is tone-based.
Okay.
So there's 4 main types of tones.
Is there a better tool to do this? Marker?
I don't know.
That's better.
That probably depends on the effect you're going for. There's if I remember correctly, there's something called pinyin, which is the English character version of Chinese.
Okay.
So like if you ever see something written out, like I don't even know. What's a Chinese name that's in something?
Beifong.
What's that from?
I don't know. I was just trying to think of Lin Beifong.
Let's say Lin Beifong, whatever that is. I don't know what you're referencing.
Avatar.
Okay, sure. If that was written,
that's technically Chinese. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
let's say it's Chinese, and let's say that was written out in English characters, Roman letter, whatever the fuck that shit is. There's accent marks that you can add on top of them to indicate the tone. So there's a rising one, a falling one, like a dipping one, and a sharp falling one, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been like 5 years, so don't hold me to it. So you can say the syllable is ah. You can say that is either, maybe it's a flat tone. I don't remember, but it's ah is like a dip, like kind of imagine like a U shape, because it's like ah.
Right.
And there's also a slant going upwards, so that's ah. And then there's a slant going downwards, which is ah.
Okay.
And then there's a sharp one that goes downwards, which is like ah. Like a really fast one. I think. I could be completely wrong. And the way you say certain syllables can change their meaning. So like the word I. If you say, again, I forget which one is which. I think it's I means love and I means short. So, for example, like one day I went into class and I was taking Chinese 101, living in China, which I probably should have been taking like Chinese 401 in order to actually live there and not, be scared 24/7.
Yep.
Little white boy lost all alone. There was, our teacher said that like, oh, she has this young daughter and her daughter, instead of saying, I love you, she said, you're short.
What?
And she was like, that really hurt my feelings. Because instead of saying like, I need, or whatever the hell it is, she was like, I need. So the way that you say the word is very important in Mandarin, and presumably Cantonese. And that was really tough to learn. There's also a couple vowel sounds that don't exist in English.
Really?
They have a U sound that I could never do it. My teacher would always be like, no, it's like and I could never. I would just like stick my chin. I'd be like, and she'd be like, it's close enough, but it's like a oo sound, but there's something different about it that I could never quite
grasp.
Yeah, I could never quite grasp. It was also frustrating because the stuff we were learning in Chinese 101 was from a textbook, so we were learning how to say like, 我想打球. Which, if I remember correctly, is like, I like to play ball. Like, that's my hobby.
Damn, boy.
And it's like, that's not useful when you're living in a foreign city and need to take the bus.
Hi, I like to play ball. Me too, let's slam.
You want to go? You want to mess? So, yeah, there were frustrations there. But basically, like the class gave me a foundation, and then I could look up vocabulary.
Shit.
And then I could look up stuff online. Because also, I remember I was staying in an apartment in Shanghai, and we had a little kitchenette in our little apartment thing. And in order to like figure out what buttons did what on different equipment and stuff, and like the light switches would have stuff on them and stuff.
Right.
I found a website where, excuse me, you could trace out the character in the little box, and it would give you what it thinks you're drawing and show you in English what it means. So I'd have to like trace like the vague shape and be like, it just looks like a bunch of scratch marks. Like I have no way to look at this like a rational human being. So I'm like tracing out, like doing my best, and it'd be like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to draw. Then after learning a bunch of characters, you learn how they're built and their origins and some of the like modifiers and I don't know. I forgot all the terminology, but obviously there's logic behind each Chinese character. So then once you learn bits of that, you're like, oh, okay, I see. Like this is the symbol for this word kind of smushed in on the side of this thing. And that's how they built up this new character.
Okay.
So
I think I follow.
just the more you learn, the easier it gets, which of course makes perfect sense.
That's just pure logic.
So by the time I left, I learned a lot of shit. And I was very proud of myself, and I came back to the States and was like, I'm back to being a good old one-language speaking white boy.
I'm a white boy.
Because I don't know, when I really like traveling. I haven't been out of the country in a while. Well, I guess it's been like a year since we went to Japan.
That's exactly right. I was about to
But other
correct
than
you.
that, like, around college, I was very lucky. Like, I went to Europe, I went to...
Yeah, I had a lot of travel.
I went to Asia, I went to... Because I went to China, went to Israel. Been all over the world. Not all over, but plenty of places.
I've seen some
stuff.
You've seen some stuff.
And I'm used to
shit.
seeing the typical American tourist, and I try so hard to not be that. And a huge thing is learning any part of the local language. If you do anything to meet someone halfway, because fortunately, English is spoken by a lot of people around the world. But anything you know can only help you. Because you should never assume people will speak English when you're not in an English-speaking country.
When you're not in England.
Yeah.
Yeah, we speak American here.
We do speak
American.
I will have one cheeseburger, please.
Oh, I'll use my credit card.
My credit card.
I used to do that to make a funny American accent, but now apparently I just have one, so oops.
I don't know if I told this super short story before, but when I was in Yangshuo, in Guideline, in China, in Zhongguo, my Chinese is so bad. There were some students, like high school students, who were just like on their own break or something, and they were seeking out the English-speaking tourists like us and practicing their English. Like, it was a school assignment. They came up with notebooks, and they were like, we want to ask you some questions, and they were supposed to, you know, use their English in an actual city environment for their school, which was really cool. And these kids came up to me, and they were like, saying in English, you know, when, like what's your name? When did you get here? Do you like this place? Stuff like that. And I said, when did you get here? And I said, Sunday. And they were like, Sunday, and they're looking at each other, and like, what does that mean? And I said Sunday in Chinese to them, which is like, it's like Xintiandi or something like that, I don't remember. But I said Sunday, and they like fucking freaked out. They're like, what? Like I knew what the situation was, and like I felt so good about myself in that moment. I was like, I did it.
They didn't expect you to be.
They did not expect me to speak a single word of Chinese. Not to say I spoke it well, because I also I learned how to say that's too expensive. So when I'd go
you need that a lot.
When I go shopping and I would barter. Bartering is really big in a lot of the markets there.
Yeah, I know. I had that in Bali.
Yeah. And so I would usually like pick something else and be like, oh, like, do you want this? And I'd be like, no, like, is it Taiguela? Or is that too cool?
Too
That
cool.
was
I'm not cool enough for this.
Taigelila, I think, was like too awesome.
Too awesome.
Because we learned Taikula, which I think means like too cool in like a really shitty way. And we met this guy from, I think, Yunnan. And he was like, no, say Taigelila. Like, that's like, like when the light hits the mountain just right.
Yeah, that little, like, that pose.
Yeah, exactly.
The, like, Tiger.
Taigelila. I think he's saying like that gives me power.
Like, that gives me power.
Is like the translation. Don't take anything I'm saying at face value without fact checking it, because this was years ago.
Barry, that gives me power.
It gives me power. Taguelila. But yeah, so I think Taiguela was too expensive. And there was this one guy who just was like, "Oh, you speak Chinese," and just jumped into a conversation with me. He's like, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like picking up on individual words out of a paragraph, and I was like, Zai Shanghai. And he was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'd just be like, 2 more words. He'd be like, oh, this and this and that. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna buy your thing, goodbye. And he didn't want me to leave. And I was just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do.
That's awkward.
It was really awkward. That happened to me once in Germany.
That's like an IT crowd thing. You like know a few words and you get into conversation.
The exact same thing happened to me in Germany. We stopped at like an automat. I think that's what those are called.
You gotta look confused long enough and go,
yeah, like I'm looking for the word and I just turn around and walk away. No, because I already forgot, guys. I learned it and forgot it in one day. But we were passing through Germany, and we stopped at some like road stop, and I said like, I would like that and thank you in German to the woman getting the food at this rest stop.
Immediately started talking.
And she was just started talking to me in German, and I was just, because I tried. The trick that I learned is to just sort of let it flow. You know, if you're like Guten Tag, like obviously you're not a native German speaker.
Isn't that kind of what you want if you don't want to get
exactly? But I was just like, Guten Tag, you know, just like you're just like like I say this every day, obviously. And then she just returns with a bunch of German, like, this plan. I did not think this plan through. This is backfired.
I mean, that was always my big concern in Japan, but then I realized that if you were whitey, then everyone would just assume you can't speak the language.
Yeah, that's. I was also.
He's probably
in
here because
Germany.
he likes anime.
Yeah,
and they were right.
Yes, indeed. So it's not like in China people thought I was a native, but a couple times I found myself having conversations and I was like, I don't know. But it was a good time.
In Japan, I did find that they would go like, oh, your Japanese is so good. And you're like, I said, like, fucking Yamero.
Yeah.
I told you to stop, and you're still talking to me.
Yamero!
Yamero! Which is, like, really rude, apparently, but I just love
probably.
it. There's a nice one to say shut up, and there's another, that's the rude one.
Well, yeah, everything in Japanese is about politeness and respect and...
And I am just yelling, shut up, to our Japanese viewers.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
I know that because it's in anime a lot, and I am white.
Yes. I still remember when we met those kids at
and I was trying to
Tokyo Disney.
I was trying to get them to use the translation program.
I know. That was when I learned Hajime Mashite.
The funny thing was that when we were in that situation, they were like, "Where are you from?" He said that in English because his mom was showing him what to say.
Yep.
I like, you went America, and I just went Australia. But like, part of me was just like, I guess I don't really come from Australia anymore, but it's the truth.
But at the same time, I'm sure they don't call Australia in Japanese.
They probably just call it Australia.
Okay, that's just racist.
No, I don't know, because dude, that's not being racist. I went to a fucking place, and I was like, hey, can I get a beer? And the guy goes, huh? Oh, beeru. And he's like, oh, beeru. And I'm like, yeah, I forgot to add the U. I'm sorry.
I think that happened to Aaron, that he went and he like wanted milk, and he's like, oh, I'd like some ginyu. Because that means milk, and they're like,
Ginyu
what?
Force?
Yeah. It means ginyu means milk. And they're like, what? And he's like, miruku. And they're like, oh, miruku. It's like they don't really call it ginyu anymore, or I don't know.
That's hilarious.
So it's just like, yeah, sometimes saying the English word with a Japanese accent will
It works, and
work.
I wasn't like legit. That happened so many times there. It got to the point that I was like, I felt dirty. Like I thought I was just walking around doing English, like, oh, hello, but like, I'm just saying, like, that's what happened.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's literally got to the point where if I didn't do that, then. And when someone told me that, I was like, you're fucking with me. You just want to get me shot. But it like literally got to that point, and I was like, oh, okay. I am literally adding a U to beer in order to order beer, because beer...
Biru. Yeah.
Beerus.
But you should not say hello, because that's...
I was not going to say hello. That is
You
like,
say konnichiwa or konbanwa,
I said-
as the circumstance may apply.
I said, arigato gozaimasu. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, arigato gozaimasu.
Arigato gozaimasu and sumimasen and
Sumimasen.
Sumimasen. Sorry.
Yeah, for anyone going to Japan, those are probably the two most useful
Yeah, if
phrases.
you know
Sumimasen
those-
is a catch-all. It's a catch-all like excuse me and I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Like if you're trying to get someone's attention or you bump into someone like sumimasen.
Or you're
sumimasen,
taking too long to
sumimasen.
figure out the word, you can just go, sumimasen.
We said that a lot when they'd be like, okay, what do you want to order? And we'd be like, sumimasen, sumimasen. We don't know what the hell we're doing. And then arigato gozaimasu is a very polite way of saying thank you.
Yeah, that's always the go-to.
Because I always knew arigato from like the Styx song, Mr. Roboto.
I mean, everyone
Like,
does.
domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. But arigato gozaimasu is apparently more common. I don't know exactly.
The
But
details.
yeah, I remember, I think konbanwa was good evening. Konnichiwa is, I think, only for daytime? I forget. There's like another like morning one. I'd look it up, but you keep stealing my phone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
How many minutes are we up to now?
2 hour 20.
No, we're not.
Well, I don't know. When did we start? So cutting out the 5 minutes of you pooping. Wow, it was only 5 minutes. It felt way longer. And then we started about 2 minutes into the capture, so... we should be at like 2 minutes 12-ish?
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, 2 hours 12 minutes?
I have a wife.
Something like that.
Probably wondering where I am. She's probably called the police by now.
Yeah, your phone's dead, isn't it?
Is it? I think it was
I
pretty
don't know.
close to be.
Why? If your phone's not dead, then why are you using my phone? Stealing my precious battery life, man.
Because I don't have any.
So your phone's dead.
It's about to be dead. It wouldn't be worth using it for reference.
How's the coloring going?
Good, good. I'm just wasting your time.
No, you're not. Don't you dare. Dude, let's reminisce
Yeah, reminisce about all the times.
about all the times we've had since the series started.
Like a whole year.
It's been, by the time this airs, it'll probably be a year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because the first episode of Pokemon Art Academy was July 2015, and we're recording this in May 2016. Oh man.
Wow. How time flew.
How time flies.
How time
We
is
were
flying
so-
type.
Like, just to remember how mad we were in that first episode, how
Oh, yeah.
frantic we were,
Wow.
and how it's now just become like a podcast where we
Well, I
just
mean,
relax and we
were
talk
just
about art.
frustrated. We had a really bad day.
Oh, yeah.
And all the shit wasn't
I think
working.
we've reminisced about that episode like 10 times since then.
Well, I mean, it was the
I
whole
also
thing-
apologize if I've said anything that I said in the earlier episode. It's literally just been too long.
Yeah,
And I just don't remember what the fuck I've said.
I don't either. I know I'm gonna get tweets about stuff, and I'll be like,
oh my god,
I
you already told the story. It's like, I'm sorry.
don't remember. How would I fucking remember? We've been recording these months apart.
Yep.
I mean, that's what happens when the episodes are literally like 3 hours long.
I know. I know I've talked about traveling before. I just don't remember exactly what stories I've told.
You told the one about getting passed out.
Yeah, I remember I told those are my double whammy embarrassing stories. The Central Park and going to court in New York with my shoe busting open.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm getting too drunk in Nanjing and having a high schooler save my life.
And she wanted you to meet her family.
Yeah, that part too. She was very sweet, considering she saved my life, and then only wanted me to date her in return.
Do you think that's what it was?
I don't know, man. I don't presume to know.
What she wanted?
All I know is I was like, I'm not going back to Nanjing. Thank you so much for understanding. So,
So ridiculous.
yeah, not my finest moment. Yeah, man, we've drawn a lot of good Pokemon. I've also seen a lot of people have tweeted at me that they've bought this game since we started playing it,
Oh, that's cool.
and they've shared their own versions of different Pokemon. It's super cool. And now they got Disney Art Academy. See that shit, Ross?
I did.
I don't think we're gonna play that on the show.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see, but I'm not in a rush to do another 5-hour per episode series.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
I feel like we're almost done.
I also feel like I'm more scared of Disney than Nintendo.
Well, to be fair, they set themselves up for it, and they
They
can't
did.
do takedowns for something like that. I don't
You'd
think.
be surprised.
It's Disney.
It's YouTube.
Hey, whatever. Let's be honest. If something did happen,
I mean, it just put more eyeballs on GameGrumps.
That's true.
I mean that in a negative and positive way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
You don't
call
want
it
that.
GameGrumps.
They call it GameGrumps. Disney wants to fuck it in the ass. Here we have a picture, a diagram of Aaron
Of an
Hansen
anus.
getting anally fucked by
Here we
Mickey
have,
Mouse. Here's some sound. Oh boy! Oh whoa! Aaron! Ah! That's Aaron.
That was, he sounded like Morty. Oh, Mickey, I don't know. Oh, Donald's in there too. I think that would end well for everybody involved.
Yeah. I know, that's the scary thing about Disney. They got like so many fucking lawyers. It's like the minute they send you a cease and desist, it's like literally everyone's like, yeah, I'm good. All right, bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Just to tell a very, very quick story, I really don't like talking about, like, business,
Sure.
per se, but, as I'm sure people understand, so GameGrumps used to be partnered with Maker Studios.
Oh, we going there?
Yeah.
We going
Quickly,
there?
just
going
a
there?
quick little,
Oh shit, call the press.
yeah, call the police. And Maker was bought by Disney for a fuck ton of money. That's the technical term. And, so we technically had some contracts with Disney through a roundabout way, and one such contract that I was involved in was one regarding table flip, and there was a typo in that contract.
Oh my god, are we really talking about this?
So, I'm not going into detail.
Okay.
But all that to say that I was reading this contract and I was like, excuse me, and we called it to their attention and stuff, and well, we actually signed the contract because the typo worked in our favor. And then we called them out on their shit like months later.
And they freaked out.
And they freaked out, and we were like, we beat Disney lawyers, technically.
I don't think that was Disney lawyers.
Technically, I will
Should we
take
be talking about this?
I will take it on a technicality.
Okay, I mean, sure.
I'm not saying any specifics, man.
It's fair.
But it just made me very happy. That was like, I don't even care if it's only true on a technicality, and the contract might predate the Disney buyout, but I'm just gonna take it to my grave that I beat a Disney lawyer.
I would never. I would never say that because I'd be terrified. Want to be like, oh, did you now? Well,
Wait, why is my
those,
phone lighting up?
You know those
who's
Disney
emailing me?
You know those? Yeah. What's that?
Wow, that's fast.
Whoa, Disney, just keep me out of it. I'm actually like, whoa, like I'm love
So,
Disney, Mickey Mouse, great.
I'm gonna
I have friends
I'm gonna
at
give
Disney.
Ross
Don't fire them.
attorney of what is that?
No, I don't want it.
You're gonna have my.
No, I don't want
you
it.
can be my
No,
lawyer, man.
No, get Mickey away from me. No.
Yeah.
No.
There's no escape.
No, I don't want
This
it.
is the blood's on both of our hands now.
No, I don't want it.
But it's not blood because Disney movies
I
don't
like
usually
Disney.
have blood.
I like Disneyland.
I love Disneyland too. I love Disney movies.
They won't let us in.
Why wouldn't they let us in?
I don't know.
Do they have a ban list? They probably do.
Yes, they do, actually. They have a ban list.
Like, if you are Osama bin Laden, you are not allowed to come to...
do you think they
Disneyland.
actually have banned people like that? Like, did they have a ban list for, like, serial killers and stuff that are on the loose? Probably
Could
not. They
not
probably would
say.
let them in, then lock down the park, and then be like, we've caught him. Disney did it. Disney are heroes.
Turns out Disneyland, from day one, was just a giant trap.
Not a tourist trap, a criminal
A
trap.
criminal trap. Taste that sweet nectar, honeybees, because we're
Walk
coming for
in,
you.
And then Chris Hansen walks out.
Disney police. We catch the bad guys so you don't
Have
have
to.
to.
Wait, isn't that Nostalgia Critic?
I mean, it's just a cliche. But
Nostalgia Critic. We'll
catch the bad guys and watch movies.
We'll catch the bad guys and watch Naruto with them.
Naruto, that's the one with that guy who goes into space and has that adventure, right?
I think he's thinking of Space Dandy.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, Space Dandy's so good.
It is a good show.
He's a dandy guy in space.
Isn't that just only the English opening?
I'm sure.
'Cause I'm pretty sure I've seen the Japanese show and they don't have that, but I love that so
It's
much.
my favorite part of that show.
He's a dandy guy in
Space. The way he says it, I've never been able to impersonate it perfectly.
because it's
Because he's just kind of like,
he's kind of in it, but not really.
yeah, the narrator.
He's a dandy guy.
Narrator? What the? Oh, the narrator is awesome in that show. The dub of that was really good.
Yeah, they
Enjoyed
actually
the
did a brilliant job with that dub. Was that Funimation or was that something else?
I don't know, I'd look it up, but, I mean, you know, goes without saying at this point.
Right.
I could not recall.
I don't know. There's
watched
only a
the-
few dubs that I really like.
I usually watch sub.
Yeah, me
I'm-
too. But there's a few dubs I really like. Dragon Ball is like hands down the best.
Yeah, I can't watch Dragon Ball
Really?
subbed.
I think.
I've never watched it subbed, but I'm assuming it'd be a bad experience.
Chris Abbott and Sean Shamel. They do Shamel. Is that right? Is that pronounced right?
Shamel? I don't know.
I met him once a long time ago. I doubt he remembers me.
I saw him in a room, and I was like, "That's."
Oh, he
him.
was at the Fukatsu no or Resurrection of
Resurrection
Frieza,
F.
that premiere we were invited to.
The screening, and there was a little after party, and we were like, "Oh,
Yeah, they were there. But I know I met him like a long time ago in Perth when I was like really young.
nice."
Yeah, he was a guest at Supernova. I think the first Supernova, and he was, some guy saw me and was like, "You should come meet him," and I was like, "Okay," and then I did, and didn't really have anything to show him or a reason to be there, so I just felt really awkward.
I've been in that place before.
And he was just like, I was just like, "Yeah, I'm working on this show, and it's you know Dragon Ball Z in a nutshell." And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that guy does the voices in it." And he's like, "Oh cool." And then that was it. And I was just like, "Okay, why am I here?"
Bye. Yeah.
But it's like really awkward. But
They seem like really cool dudes.
no, they are. Yeah, I mean,
I would love to party with them.
they're actually gonna be. Well, I mean, that is probably long since past, but they're gonna be at the Supernova that I'm going to in my hometown when I visit. So hopefully I'll run into them. I don't really think I had said much to Chris when I met him, but I was introduced by Aaron to him because Aaron's known him for a really long time. They're super nice guys, and I seriously Dragon Ball English voice cast is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And every change they've had to make for whatever reason, it's never been bad, you know?
What kind of cast changing or just voice changing?
just in general. If they had to get rid of a voice or they had to, or just casting and replacements, just everything's been good. Frieza's voice changed, but it's still really good. It's more regal. I don't know. It's just, who does the casting for that?
Someone at Funimation, I'd
Yes,
assume.
but they're really good.
Yeah.
They're better than some of the union projects that I've seen.
Really?
Oh yeah, way better. And they're not union, I don't think.
Really?
I don't think so. Unless maybe they are now. I don't think they were originally.
Interesting.
Boring industry stuff with Russ and Barry.
Yeah.
Almost there. We're almost there.
Dude, you're doing a great job. I might have to take a pee break before this is
It's
done.
fine.
Though.
I can man the ship while you're gone.
Can you though?
Not
I'm your
really.
first mate.
I literally, the last time you left, I just panicked. I was like, how does Markiplier do this? It's all I could think.
It's funny because I still haven't heard that audio because that episode isn't out yet.
I don't even remember what I said. I don't think I remember saying anything.
Probably just sat there in silence.
I mean, I could just tell Kevin to do a fast forward and show me drawing.
No, man, people want to see every little line draw.
I don't think
It
they
wouldn't
really
be the same
care.
without it.
I think I know there's a bunch of you that skip to the end.
If you're that guy,
you can watch the viewer retention.
if you're that guy, go ahead and
Just please watch the
leave that
ads.
comment.
I need to make a cartoon, and it's expensive. You know how much a cartoon costs? A lot of money.
at least $10.
Yeah, just try a number of extra zeros there, buddy.
$0.0001.
There you go. Now you got it.
You didn't say where the zeros go, friend.
You got me.
You
pranked.
got caught in my web of lies.
Bring out Ashton Kutcher. I got pranked.
Russ, what have you been playing?
Can you do this? What have I been
What have you been playing
I played the
lately?
new Doom last night. Like a
New
10 minutes
being a
of it.
relative term.
Yeah, and I was very bad. No, actually, I was all right at it, but I didn't stick around.
Why is that?
No particular reason. I liked it.
You just played it for a little bit and I'm done.
Yeah,
You're gonna go
I just
back
kind of
to
wanted
it?
to see what all the hype was.
You're gonna go back to it? Okay, that's fine.
I didn't think it was bad. I just I don't really want to play a single player campaign. It's just not for me. It's really fun though. They did an amazing job of it.
It looks fun.
But I just kind of was just maybe if this is I don't know. I just don't really take time to play games. This is gonna sound really sad.
How could you?
This is gonna sound really sad, but please hear me out on this.
All right.
I have the worst thing when it comes to games now that I live this life of if I'm not working, I feel like I'm not doing the right thing, and that's really sad because when what?
Buddy. Preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I know, but hear me out. When I play games, and this has been me for a long time now, if I don't feel like the game feels like work, then I feel like I'm wasting my time, which is kind of stupid, right? So that's why
No wonder you're wow so
exactly.
much.
No, that's what I was getting. I love MMOs and stuff where I'm working towards a goal and there's quick reward and all that. It's I feel like
There's plenty of that in Doom.
No, I know.
Every demon's head that explodes is a reward.
I know, but I'm saying like in the sense of like.
You like checklists.
Yeah, I'm a checklist guy.
Yeah.
I'm. It's such a horrible thing. That's why I loved like Witcher as like it was that, but then some.
Do you get intimidated in RPGs like that, where you open up your checklist page, whatever it's called, and it's just infinite fucking wall of bullshit? You look at the map and there's icons for side quests everywhere. Does that paralyze you, or are you like, yes, I'm gonna check some boxes today?
Yeah, no, I love that shit.
Because I get paralyzed. Like
I'm just like, ooh, what sounds good?
In certain games, there's a balance to it, and there's definitely a too much. I think I felt that when I was playing Dragon Age 3. I didn't get very far, but relatively early on, it was like, kill 10 boars, fetch 10 plants, and I was like, I feel like I'm playing an MMO, and I'm not into this. There's just too many pointless side quests being thrown my way.
Like for instance, right now, Holly and I are in the World of Warcraft Legion beta.
Yes.
And I would like to brag. I got myself, Aaron, and John got NPCs in the game.
Not any of your other Guild Grumps co-stars?
No, just
Oh.
Aaron and John.
Oh. I'm just gonna...
Well, if you have
anyone that works at Blizzard and is listening to this, this one's for you.
Well, maybe you should like World of Warcraft more. Wait, hold on. I'll retract that statement.
I like it plenty. It's just, it's not really for me.
Whatever.
That was my non-written arc in Guild Grumps that I actually experienced, was like learning what that game is all about and who it's for.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I totally get it now.
I don't know the name of the town, but it's a Worgen town, and if you go into the inn, I think it's the inn, there by the fireplace, there's Russ O'Donovan, Aaron Hansen, and John Jafari.
Just like straight up your names.
Just drinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to be at that
John
table.
Has a top hat.
I want to be at that table. Aaron doesn't drink. That's
well, I think Aaron's
clearly
drinking,
fiction.
but he's drinking.
He's drinking a soda,
probably
with like a curly straw.
It's really cool. I have a mustache.
That's awesome. Just like real life.
Just like real life.
That's amazing.
But I don't know. I thought that was really cool. I've always wanted an NPC in WoW. I don't know why.
You and 12 million other people.
Yeah, well, I got it. So suck it, other people.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, you did. You totally meant that.
Didn't mean it.
Just own it.
Didn't mean it.
Dude, if you're gonna brag about one thing,
look,
valid.
For me, that's a checklist. That's a life checklist I can check off, because I was just like,
that's a big checklist.
An NPC in a video game, kind of cool, but intensely pointless and achieves nothing.
Dude, really cool and far from pointless.
And when I die, I'll still be in that
game's important to you. That's really cool. I'm happy for you. Me wanting to be in that game has no bearing on my love for Blizzard and Warcraft. I just think it'd be cool. Because I don't play WoW. So that's just me being selfish. I'm not gonna be heartbroken.
Maybe they were gonna put you in and now they won't.
Oh no.
So take back everything you just said.
Put me in a Hearthstone. Make me a card.
make you a hero.
Make me the back of a card, and it's just a picture of my face on the back of a card. And I'm just like, hello.
It should just be a monster card. It should be called the Kramer.
Yep. And I just sit there and I have 0 attack and 0 health and I just immediately die.
You're just a throwaway card?
Yeah, dude. I'd be okay with that. That'd make me happy.
I like Hearthstone. I just haven't put a lot of time into it.
I only recently started playing a little bit of it.
That thing must print money for Blizzard.
Oh, for sure.
Like, there's no overhead on the cards like Magic the Gathering. It's just like purely server. It's like, that's gotta make them so much money.
Yep.
Good on you.
But it's gotta be tough to keep putting out new expansions and cards and stuff and retaining balance.
I imagine maybe they like just use the same stats, but like they kind of.
I don't know.
change
I'm not
up
deep
the
enough. I
results.
literally have like 2 hours into it.
Yeah, I haven't played that much either, but from what I have played, I really enjoyed.
I just downloaded it because
I played Magic as well recently.
Nice.
I want to get better at it.
It's really.
I forget what kind of deck I played. I think it was is it Death and I'm not really well versed, so I'm gonna get the names wrong. But it was
Black Lotus.
It was like there's like the skull and then the
Planeswalker. Tap.
I'll have to ask Jared what I played. Jared taught me, but I like really like. It was like one match. I ended up winning, but Jared had to help me a lot because I was making a lot of mistakes.
Yep.
So it was kind of like a practice match, but I won. Yay.
Nice.
And it was funny because Jared was talking about Magic to someone, and I literally, I shit you not, I was listening to him talk about it. I understood everything he was saying. He was like, yes, I speak the language now.
And you start floating a couple feet off the ground in a Jesus pose.
Jesus.
You're like, I understand magic!
Yeah, I remember
The Gathering!
some fans came over and shit. I think I already told this story, I might have, but yeah, they were like stoked to see I was playing Magic. And they were like, you play
Nice.
Magic? And I'm like, I'm learning.
Yeah. Good on ya. Good on ya, laddie. Yeah,
Dwarf is coming out.
as we mentioned like 2 hours ago, Overwatch is coming out very
Yay,
soon.
I'm excited.
And so I was pre-ordering
May is
it
May.
and installing it and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, Hearthstone's free. I always wanted to check it out, so that's why I chose now of all times to be like, what is this? Because I've seen like articles about tournaments and all kinds of stuff going on, and like esports is something that I've never really been that into. I'm just kind of.
I don't care about esports, honestly.
That's really mean, man.
I just don't. I've never cared about it. It's nothing bad. I'm not trying to be negative.
Why are you so negative? You're
saying.
harshing my steez, bro.
I don't like sport, and I don't like esport.
I guess that's a fair.
I just don't like
Thing.
watching people. Whoa, that's walking into that statement. I don't like watching people play games. But I guess I mean that. Like, I don't watch Let's Plays in my spare time. I'm gonna own that. Like,
Yeah,
but
that's
that's fine.
Yeah.
I never have the only video game related stuff, because I don't watch a lot of YouTube in my spare time, honestly.
I used to, and then it became my job, and now I don't.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, the channels that I will watch, I like Donkey, Video Game Donkey.
Donkey's great.
I like Critical.
Yeah.
Is it Dan from Second Life? Have you seen him?
I don't think so.
I hope I'm saying that. I hope that's the username, but it's just a guy who like, he's walking around Second Life and he'll just be like, hello? And he never breaks character. He's just like, hello? Okay? Like this? But he's like completely incompetent at the game. People are like, no.
That's awesome.
Shit is hilarious to me. Okay?
I tend to watch a lot of, like, I watched Last Week Tonight.
You're talking YouTube stuff now.
Well, it is YouTube. I mean, I don't have an
Technically.
HBO account.
Oh, should borrow mine.
I use my friends' accounts for Game of Thrones. We watch it together.
Oh shit.
I watch, like, some science-based stuff. I really like Kurzgesagt.
Oh yes, I love them too.
In a
They're
nutshell,
great. They're
they
great.
do some really
They're
good
great.
stuff.
I love watch them.
Very
too.
well-produced videos.
Yeah, very well produced. Wait, were they the same people that did the? They had it's like the science channel, right? And they did the
Yeah,
one about they had the what's it called? The fucking effect about aliens about.
Oh, the Fermi Paradox?
Yeah, the Fermi Paradox. That's
Yeah.
right. They did the Fermi Paradox video.
Yeah, I think-
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I love that video.
They've done a lot of stuff about, like, that, about entropy and heat death, and
Yeah, it's
all kinds of depressing
super-
subjects.
They're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
I really dig them.
The only thing I don't like is they changed their little theme song. It used to be this little, like, nice little chime tone thing, and now it's like a synth pad. It's just like, yeah, it used to be that, like, bop, bop, bop. It used to be that, and now it's just like, it's just like a noise.
I
And I'm
like that.
I know. I was like, I wonder why they changed it.
Maybe
They must have had a good reason.
They might have
'cause
not
that-
had the rights to it.
Maybe, but I don't know. The new one is just like some like boo boo. It's just it's not the same. But they still make very very good stuff.
What's another channel I like?
I like a lot of game analysis channels,
Yeah, I know
like,
you watch a lot of that. I'm trying to think what
like Extra Credits and Game Maker's Toolkit. Matthew Matosis.
Listen to a lot in a while, but I used to listen to a lot of ASMR to help me sleep because I have
I
sleeping
can't.
problems.
We've talked about
this. I know, but that works for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It just does.
To me, it's all about rain sounds. If I'm having trouble falling asleep, that'll do it.
Rain sounds.
Yep.
Interesting.
I love rain, man. Love rain. I tweet about rain. Rain tweets are probably 20% of all my tweets, and the other 80% are just game-related rants. And a lot of people misinterpret my rain tweets. I'll be like, "Oh, rain," and people are like, "Yeah, I know it sucks." I'm like, "No, I love rain, and I live in a desert. This is my daily hell. Is checking my weather app and seeing a little rain icon refresh and turn into sun. That's what living in LA is for me. Is being like, "Oh my God, it's gonna rain tomorrow," and it's like, no, 80 degrees and sunny. Which to most people is paradise, but to me it's not.
Your waking nightmare.
It's my waking nightmare. So, yeah. I'm all about that rain life. So yeah, whenever it's not raining and I'm like, I need to sleep, then I'll just put on the nice rain sounds app. Because I for a long time I've used the sleep tracking app. that uses your accelerometer.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
So it
I never got into that.
it's just neat to see trends because you can put notes. I think it's just called sleep alarm or some shit. On iOS, it's a little orange thing with a clock on top of it. And it's like $1. And it just shows you your sleep over time, and the idea is that when you're in REM sleep, you're not moving.
Right.
And that when you're out of REM sleep, you'll like turn over and whatever. You don't remember any of it because you're asleep, but they'll track that shit on a graph and be like, you had really good sleep last night, or you did not sleep well.
I don't want to know that, because the placebo effect of knowing that you had bad sleep can really, like, make you act like you didn't
Well, it
have
rates
good
it
sleep.
on a percentage out of 100, which to me I never really thought was very reliable.
Okay.
But just seeing a chart of like, oh, this shit went up and down nonstop, like that's not good. You want it to kind of like dip down and then go back up and like have this natural peak and valley thing going to it. But when you wake up, you can there's a lot of options you can turn on, and so I had it set to like when I wake up, it'll give me 3 different faces, like a happy face, a neutral face, and an angry face, and it's like, how do you feel? I'll be like, I'm fucking angry, because I'm not a morning person. And then you can see all that data, that sweet, sweet data of like months and months of tracked analysis. And you can also put in notes. So you can say like something that you think would affect sleeping, like I had coffee late at night, or I worked out, like that might make me sleep better. You can put that in,
right.
and then say, hey, I'm going to bed, I did these things today, and like check all those boxes. I know you like checking boxes.
Love
And
it.
then when you wake up, it'll be like, hey, you know, you didn't sleep very well, and you drank coffee last night. So then it'll put things on a graph and be like, if you drink coffee late at night, then you're not going to sleep as well based on your own sleep patterns. So it's fucking cool.
That's neat.
It's just neat, you know? You can tell it's neat by the way it is. How's this painting going, buddy?
Oh my god, it's taking so long.
I think I have to take a pee break.
Go for it. Kevin, do a fast forward.
Do you actually want to do a fast forward?
I'm not gonna be able to talk to people solo. I'm too concentrated.
Okie dokie.
Something's really rocking on planet number 3. Mother Nature's got prehistoric company. A colossal fossil feud like you've never seen before between the reckless raptors and the extreme dinosaurs. Extreme dinosaurs. Tales that summer that the raptor tribe. Extreme dinosaurs. Extreme dinosaurs.
Welcome back.
Back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Back.
I'm gonna join you on the floor.
Oh yeah, I didn't say that. I've been sitting on the floor lately. I put a pillow on the floor, and then now I record my episodes on the floor because I just want to be more relaxed.
It's nice, man.
It's like one of my key goals in life now is just to be more chill.
Bro, you're already pretty chill. If you get too chill, your heart rate is gonna stop.
I actually learned something about myself. If I'm relaxed, I speak more so with my diaphragm, and if I'm more
Your diaphragm.
my diaphragm. But if I'm a little agitated or a little high strung, I will speak with the back of my mouth like this. And that's the interesting thing is that
That's interesting.
speaking with your diaphragm is inherently like an Australian trait.
Really?
Americans, they speak with the back of their mouth.
Yeah, that's where I speak.
Yeah,
Is up
but
there.
an Aussie
We
will
wanna speak
always
from the
speak with their diaphragm.
Yeah. I remember I did a lot of musical theater in high school, and some of the I did a lot of crew, like tech crew stuff. Like I was an audio technician for a lot of shows we did.
Neat.
But I was in a couple of the musicals we did, and when you're in a choir, there'd be like, okay, like we do breathing exercise and vocal warm-ups and stuff, and they would say like, you know, sing from this part, now sing from this part, and I was like, whoa, I never knew that like you know about, you know, oh, I have a nasally voice now, but then like moving where your voice is like actually a thing. Oh, there's a little bit you gotta erase there.
Yeah, no, I saw it just then.
So that blew my mind when I was a youngin'. I was
Yeah,
like,
it is.
whoa.
It is interesting.
Like, now
I
I'm
have to
speaking
say.
from more in my chest. It just,
which is apparently better for you.
I think so. I was thinking about taking singing lessons, not to be
They're expensive though.
yeah,
Really expensive.
not to be like a better singer because I don't really care about being a good singer.
But it's good to have vocal control, especially if you're on a
Yeah.
show like this.
yeah, that's more so the
Yeah,
idea.
I understand.
Yeah, I like sitting on the floor. This is nice.
Yeah, this is actually my new favorite thing for recording.
Yeah. Did you ever in school as a kid? Did they ever?
Have you sat on the floor?
No, not sit on the floor, but like turn off the lights in the classroom.
Don't know.
I think it was certainly a placebo effect. But when it was really hot out, we would ask the teacher to turn the lights off,
Interesting. Go
and it would
on.
feel cooler, even though the lights don't generate that much heat.
That's
But
interesting.
just being in a darker room, like
I've
where there's to
never
be
heard
sunlight
that.
coming in, so we could see and still learn and stuff.
Never heard that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was just a stupid American kid thing. I don't know. If you ever had the lights turn off, you missed a spot of gray on the gun, near the middle, further left. There. Yeah.
You can see it better on
There's
the.
another dot right there.
Oh yeah. You can on the 3DS.
You
You
missed
can't.
it.
What?
It's
Oh, I see it. Sorry.
you go.
You can't see it very well on the
well, it's
3DS.
higher resolution on the
Yeah,
TV.
yeah,
well,
yeah.
same resolution, but the pixels are bigger. Yeah, yeah, wow. Because you have the screen looks a certain way on the DS, the screen looks a certain way on the TV, and then we also have the capture TV, the capture computer. We have
Which
that
is
monitor.
probably truer to what the episode's gonna look like.
Like we played Black and White Bushido,
Mm-hmm.
that indie game where there's like a black ninja and a white ninja.
It was really weird.
Yeah. No, but I was adjusting the in-game brightness, and I was looking at the TV and at the capture monitor, and they were both very different. Like, on the TV we were playing the game on, the white character was invisible,
Wow.
and on the other monitor they were gray, and I was like, oh, because it was the white character on a white background, the black character on the black background to like adjust it for your TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm just gonna adjust it to make it more visible and hope that works on most people's computers, because that's like a weird edge case you don't have to usually worry about. And obviously when we play older games, like Ocarina or something, you don't have any control over those graphical settings, so
Nope, none at
nothing to
all.
worry about. I think you put a straight dot near the gun when you zoomed out. There you
I
go.
did.
Ever since that Fennekin episode, I'm just like super attentive to those little things.
Yeah, you become the art police.
The art play, whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop, this is under the police.
You call that pointillism? I see a line. Pew pew pew. Pff, take him down.
It's a tangent. Drop him.
I want to go to a museum, man.
You know, didn't we go to one together?
Did we?
Oh, I don't think you were there for that. I think that was
Aw.
a different trip.
Well, you went to a museum without me?
Yeah, in New York, but I don't think
Oh,
you were there.
I was not there. I haven't been to New York with you.
Oh, that's true. Did you go to the live show there?
I did not. I wanted to,
Yeah, I never
but
I never just got invited.
yeah,
I was like a big part of the first one, and it went well. And then
I opened the second show in LA,
yeah, that's right, you did.
and I was like, I'd be happy to open another show.
But the when I asked about it, I was like, oh, can I go? Like there was kind of
They were like, if you pay for a ticket.
no, that's not what Brent said.
That was what Brent said to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a sassy minx.
Whatever. I mean, I don't fucking care. I'll go if it's convenient.
Well, that was the bigger thing. I was like, well, maybe I will go. And I was like, well, I'm not a part of the show, clearly, because they're not asking anyone to go with them. And I was like, well, while everyone's out of town, I can work without distraction. So that's what I did.
I fucking killed it.
I got a lot of work done with everyone out of town. I was really happy with
I
myself.
ended up not even being in town for it anyway, but the first one we did, I fucking lightning struck twice for me.
Oh yeah, I was there for one of them.
Because they were like, oh, so this is Mario Maker level so easy, you should fucking beat it, Ross. And then I did in the last 6 minutes in one clean
That was
shot.
clutch. I was not there for that one,
Oh, that was so clutch.
but I was there when you got near the end of that.
The second one, I killed it when it came to the first part, but then the second part, I didn't.
You said that Gerard usually.
Gerard did it, so I didn't know how to beat it.
Yeah.
Only Gerard had that down to with science.
Yeah, that was a good time.
That was really cool.
That
It was really fun making the levels with Gerard as well. That's why we did the April Fools together, because we were working on those levels at like 5 a.m.
Nice, dude. Dude.
Shading.
Oh god.
We don't have to. I'm actually pretty happy with it as is.
Are you actually? Because
No, oh, actually, you know what? I missed a spot that's gonna drive people insane.
what'd you miss? I can't even see it.
I know where it is.
You,
It would
you just
drive people
know.
insane.
What'd
Yes,
you miss?
I was right.
What'd you miss?
Show you. Okay, that's the right color. Good. These are blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I would not have known.
There's gonna be a few people in the audience who'd be like,
Well, that's not as big a deal as like if one of the horns was blue and one was gray, then people would be like, that's not right, and they'd be correct. You just gotta dip the tips.
There we go.
Hey, he's got a gun.
Yep.
What would his cry be?
Get on the fucking ground.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right, I'm pretty happy with that.
Dude.
I don't think there's much else I could do to it.
That's
I mean, I
pretty
could
sweet.
shade it and...
Is he firing the gun? Do you want to add like a little
No,
coming out?
he's threatening someone.
Okay, he hasn't actually
I mean,
shot
you're
yet.
threatening enough when you're a dragon, but
He's also
adding
got
a
a
gun
gun.
is kind of scary.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm happy
Fantastic.
with that.
Dude. Great work, Ross.
Thank you. I've done my
Wow.
fine work today.
As in the previous lesson, we're gonna build the colors.
No one cares.
Dramatic lighting.
Oh, well, the shading does look kind of good, though. Like, come on, man. I don't want to have to click the...
You gotta click the things. You gotta click the things.
I'm clicking the things. Oh, no.
Be sure to use the gross smudgy pen. It looks really gross.
I mean, it can look good, but it takes
Professor!
so long.
Professor!
Show me your bad one, kid. I'm gonna miss
No,
you.
there's way more steps you gotta skip through. Oh, did you? Was it? Okay, well,
Oh, whatever.
it's looking real good, man. I think his wings are the lighter blue, right?
No, well, I had a different reference. It really
Oh.
depends.
Okay. Yeah, I can't tell if that's a highlight or if the darker blue is a shadow. Man, I don't even know. You can also add a thin rim job on the shaded side to define it. Don't forget to add color, as well as the body. Thank you, Professor.
This is like, you know,
Now give him a gun!
this is like the end of a like really adult Pokemon movie. It's like it was really Charizard pulling the strings all the time,
Oh
and
my
Ash
God.
is just like, "Whoa, Charizard, what's with the gun? Get on the fucking ground!"
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Charizard, no! It's like, oh, you think you are in control?
Dude.
I'm the one that's in control. I'm Charizard X, bitch. Charizard Mega Charizard X. I'll fucking kill you.
Holy shit.
This is what you get for putting me in a bowl. For putting me in a bowl. Charizard X. Charizard X.
Hey, hold on. What? How crazy would that be if it was this game, like Art Academy, you spend a good couple dozen hours to learn how to draw Pokemon, you finish the finale, and then, like, that happens, like, the professor's, like, actually Charizard, and then it becomes a fucking, like, first-person shooter game for, like, 100 hours, and you're, like, taking back the world
And
from
we
Charizard.
still had finale, and we'd stay here all night to beat it.
Yeah, dude. And there's, like, an entire game inside of this art game.
You know what? I'm honest to God. I'm not being lazy. I just like my flat colors, and I'm not gonna say sorry for that.
Never say sorry when it comes to art. Unless that's your art is saying sorry.
Look, I'm happy with what I have. All right. I don't want to do all this shit.
You there in the back.
No.
Why are you skipping over all the...
I don't care if I get an F.
I'm the professor here. You need to listen to what I'm saying.
Well, I mean that does kind of look cool, but I don't.
Yeah, damn sure it looks cool.
I'm not gonna do it. I
Hey,
wanna
Chase,
see
maybe
the-
some bites, just on the horn.
Zub, 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 zub.
Zub, 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 zub. Be sure to tap on these things and that thing. Tap the sparklies. I won't take no for an answer, you piece of shit. Okay, Professor. That's quite all right. The next touch, he just doesn't want it to end.
He doesn't want it to end.
He's like,
He knows
just...
that at the end of this game, everything's gonna be for moot. Everything's
Yeah.
gonna end.
Yeah.
He's gonna have no purpose anymore. His whole life is gonna
Everything-
crumble in front of him.
Everything to ashes, Professor. Everything to ashes. It's like, Professor, it's been done for an hour. Now be sure to use the smudge tool to smudge the tips that have been smudged. Professor,
I think I could really use some more highlights.
Professor, it's time to say goodbye. Be sure to add shading to the nose. Professor, it's time to go. And it just gets like really heavy. And that's when it stops and like the piano starts to play. And he's like, I always wanted to be an art professor. I just never thought there'd be an end to it. Professor? You see, Timmy, whatever his name is.
And then Charizard shoots him in the fucking head.
Bah,
and
bah,
falls
bah.
over. Oh my god.
Whoa! He's
It
got
just-
crazy flames!
It just looks like the dragon's going, "Whee!"
Dude, that is so fucking... That belongs on the back of a biker's jacket.
Yeah.
Dude.
The flaming X's.
So cool. Technically it's the harshest. Blue frames are harder than red frames, but that's fine. Just a little joke. Keep practicing your style. See you both again soon. No, you won't.
You won't. I'm sorry,
No, you
buddy.
won't, Professor.
Sorry,
Lesson
buddy.
complete. Game complete. Life complete. Wow. Good job, Susie.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
Maybe we did it this time.
Did we do it? No, Susie. I thought that's how I would have said.
That's that.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you for joining us.
Dude, hit
on
continue.
this-
I wanna see if there's any like.
Well, just let me say something. Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey. It's been amazing. We hope.
That's redundant.
I'm just
said amazing
saying.
twice.
Whatever, dude. This has been awesome.
Yeah, this has been really special.
I know it's a little weird that we put it on hold for such a long time, but as you can see.
And that these episodes are insanely long.
Yeah, and we're talking about Star Wars.
Yeah. Now we're talking
I'm
about.
afraid we're gonna hit save and finish, and there's gonna be more lessons.
I know. Well, we'll find out. Hit that shit.
Because I want this to go up.
There we go. It's gonna be like save corrupted, all art deleted. Like, no. Yay. Continue.
Oh my fucking god.
I know.
We hope we've inspired you to do a little bit of drawing yourself.
Dude,
all we could
I've
ask
been
for.
inspired. I've actually become a better artist over the course of this series.
We should probably take a break and get a
It
fresh
has been a while.
It's been a while. About a year, actually.
Yeah. Wow.
We're done.
We're done.
That's
Look at that. Look at that. 8 out of 8 pages done.
All right, so thank you for joining us on this journey of Pokemon Art Academy.
Thank you, guys.
We have had a blast doing
It's been a very unique series.
It's been the weirdest series we've ever filmed, but honestly, the most chill, and for me, one of the most enjoyable because I get to flex my art muscle, which is kind of something that I never have been able to do on the show.
And I feel inspired to do more like podcasty kind of stuff.
Absolutely. We'll probably, hopefully, see more of that in the future.
Yeah.
But stay tuned till after the episode.
AKA right the fuck now.
Right the fuck now. Because we have an announcement.
We have a special
which will
video.
explain why we've been putting this on hold for a little bit.
Take it away, Barry and Ross.
Take it away, Barry and Ross video.
Hey, welcome to the end of the episode. Isn't
Hi,
that
welcome.
cool?
What's up?
So, we have a special little treat for you guys. So, we were checking the Pokemon Art Academy website, and we saw that there was a section, because we were trying to figure out how to rip the images off of the DS, and it says, how would you like to make your own gallery? And we were like, of course, let's make our own gallery! So, tonight, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., at the Honey Pot Gallery in downtown Los Angeles. This is really real. I'm not fucking with you people. This is real. We're putting on a gallery at that address. It's up there, I think. And we're gonna be there. We're gonna be selling prints of the designs of the Pokemon, and a portion of the proceeds are gonna go to charity. Admission is free, but you should probably dress nice because it's a gallery. The artist herself might be there. Wink. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. One night only. This is a real thing that we're doing. It's a Pokemon Art Gallery, Academy Gallery. And I hope you guys are there. So, hey, see you in a couple hours.
And if you skip to the end of the video, fuck you.
Fuck you. Go back to the beginning, watch it again. Get up to this point the right way. If you see this on the subreddit before the episode could have been watched, we're gonna be upset with you.
I'm gonna waggle my finger in your face, Bia.
Hey, put it there. Great work.
Fucking, I'm out of here.
That's a great Charizard you did right there.
Throw out this booger thing. I don't really want anyone finding that.
Yeah. Oh man, we're done.
Done.
We're done.
So sweaty. It's gross.
You're sweaty.